Go up. Okay, hold on. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. We back. What's up, boys? I didn't realize it'd been literally months. I'm gonna be real with you. Been a while. We watching CA fumble this shit? Oh, come on. Let's have some I almost said optimization. I meant what's the word? Optimism. Optimism. Let's be optimistic, guys. Come on. It's not like, there's any kind of proven track record, that could otherwise indicate other things happening, I think this is going to be a net positive for all of us, Damn, Okoii, you're still alive. I am. I honestly, I kind of took a break from streaming. Been doing some other shit a little bit. I've been recording for the third part of Barbarian Hofflings, and it has taken a crazy amount of time. I vastly underestimated how long it was going to take. This is an optimistic optimization stream. Exactly. They're optimizing their formula down through one piece of content every 4 years. I think it's pretty smart. If they release less shit, there's less shit for them to patch and make good, right? Okay, you're alive. Good, very good. Yes, I'm alive. I know. I'm thinking of going back to streaming a little bit more, kind of trying to keep regular. But I was like, if I'm streaming, that's time that could be spent editing, and you know what I mean. So like, I've been waiting for stuff to happen, like a game that I want to stream, or Total War content, because I sort of took a backseat to Total War content, and I do miss it. I miss when this game was good, well, not when this game was good. I miss when they were releasing shit. I miss when Creative Assembly actually released stuff. Feels like it's been a crazy dry spell, Like, not even for content reasons. I just miss playing Total War stuff, you know what I mean? Can't release bugs if you don't really... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See? Smart. We're big thinking. 2 minutes, and then it starts. Dude, the chat's gonna be so negative. They're always so negative. It's something that I like, but also really hate about like the video game community is anytime there's like a stream or like a show and tell or an event or like a games awards or something, right? The whole community comes together in droves to shitpost in chat and say and put sleeping emotes and just be like call everything woke, and you know what I mean? It's both funny and demoralizing at the same time. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. I had the opportunity to go and find out stuff ahead of time, like talk to CA about it and shit like that. Like with my point of contact, he was like, if anybody wants to know the cliff notes about this presentation, but I decided not to, so I could react to it with you guys. So we're all going to be seeing this for the first time. So I have no idea what they're showing. I'm assuming it's going to be like stuff for Warhammer, stuff for End Times. We're going to see some stuff for, Total War Pharaoh, that everyone loves, stuff that we're just going to see a lot of shit that I think everybody wants to see. I mean, they did like an address. They did like an address thing. What do you call it? Like they put out a blog post thing talking about how they're going to be releasing stuff for stuff that's been previously released, So I don't know. We could see some surprisingly good shit in here, guys. Like legit, I think we could be very pleasantly surprised. A lot of older stuff could be getting some patching. There's I've heard some stuff. I've heard a little couple of things. I don't know much though. I'm going to be reacting like mostly with you guys. I joke, but honestly, I hate the sheer level of negativity in the CA chat in particular. Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately we all want good content, right? So we're all unified in that sense. But I think some people, every fan base has the troglodytes, right? Every single fan base has the shitty people. And there's a lot of, like, what's the word? Tenacity? No. There's a lot of, like, resentment that's sort of built up in the community, I think, because of like the weird relationship that we've had with their games, It's sort of really unique. Can they not? Gamers try not to be immediately toxic. Challenge impossible. Vitriol. Yeah, vitriol. That's a good word. Live in 8 minutes. Oh, fuck you!
So we're here to effectively do a live version of them. We've got about 7 sections of this stream. You'll see some stuff down below, but Warhammer has separate sections for updates, for Shiva, for Lords of the End Times. I'll say now, of anyone who's watched the Building Medieval 3 streams, you're going to see 2 very familiar faces very quickly. But that's kind of the vibe that we're going for here. So if you've come here expecting to see cinematics or highly polished assets, 80% of this was recorded by me at my home computer. So you're going to see some sneak peeks. You're going to see a lot of in development, a lot of rough stuff. But know that we're not going for high quality CGI trailers here. You're going to see some real behind the scenes developer footage. And we're going to start off.
That's rare.
We've got a lot to go through, so we are going to speed through. We're going to start off with Medieval 3. So I'm going to swap us over. Whoa. To our Medieval 3 section.
Is it? Oh, I hope this is going to be dry.
People who've really, apart from Roger, I guess, sat on these sofas. You're up first. Welcome to the show and tell.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, good to be here.
For those, so obviously we've done some Building Medieval 3 streams before. People in the audience may not know about that, but for those who haven't, or those who don't have a 2-month memory, who are you guys?
So I'm Pavel. I'm the game director on Medieval 3.
Hey everyone, my name is Leif. I'm the creative director on Medieval 3.
Fantastic. So I've spoken about the Building Medieval 3 streams, but what have we shown so far in Building Medieval 3?
Imagine if they just shadow dropped it.
Shortly after announce, we showed the campaign map for the first time.
We've actually been developing this for like 10 years, which they have.
Campaign, where we looked at some of the exciting new developments, like the building directly onto the map.
Audio, please. Can you guys not hear it?
With Siege. Siege.
You can hear it. What are you talking about? I'll turn it up though.
Yeah, and authoring of settlements,
Better?
Which is a big topic for us right now, and some of the new bits of Siege gameplay. Yeah,
that's right. And the plan is that we do that.
Better?
We drop the blog as well, recapping all of the conversations that we're having and the key topics from our forums. So please join the forums. There'll be a link up at some point to join us in the community.
It might have it was maxed. I had to put on a browser extension.
Fantastic. Well, I'll ask one last question, then we'll fully dive in. So what is the current development focus?
Well, one of the exciting things we started since our last live stream was really to start looking into our unit rosters.
Yep.
We sometimes joke that we talk a lot about exciting features and new things and whatnot, but really what a lot of our fans are caring the most about is the unit roster. So it was a great time to start looking into that in more detail. I'm not sure we ever mentioned it on stream, but one of the historical consultants we worked with last year is Professor Peter Wilson, who is an expert on the Holy Roman Empire, and we felt like, okay, this is one of the reasons why starting with the Holy Roman Empire is actually a good start. It's also, of course, a very interesting, let's say, melting pot. It's not the most straightforward roster to start with, so it was
so up and down.
First stab at it, and I guess we're going to talk about some of that detail today.
And just jump in, because actually some additional context for those that haven't maybe joined us on the Building Medieval live streams is that we are in pre-production. So this is still a phase where we are pre-producing the game. We are looking at which features can fit, what can work.
The mic peaking is so funny.
Building the rosters and designing the rosters and for the factions that we want to feature in the game as part of that work. So yeah, just some context for those that maybe don't know where we are. And
I believe we'll be showing a little bit of roster from one of those factions, right?
Yep, we can start.
Medieval 3 roster?
Just show sort of an overview. Don't worry, we'll talk more in detail about things, but obviously it's a long process to really settle on the roster, and as Pat was saying, we're still very early, so there's a lot of disclaimers here that things will probably change in the upcoming future. It typically starts with sort of really the game design view on it, where we do a lot of research. Oscar, one of our most experienced battle designers in the franchise, has taken the helm on
what is this, England?
Specifically, to really catch, let's say, the vibe of the Holy Roman Empire. If you think of the military formations of the time, like what are they really about?
Yeah.
And then we had a great opportunity recently to collaborate with Dr. Tobias Capwell, who's a former curator of the Wallace collection and sort of a really established coryphée, is that a word in English? A real established expert.
Yeah,
coryphée for
expert,
the German.
Yeah, he's
a real expert
of armor.
Yeah, exactly. Like a real expert and
an accomplished jouster.
Yeah.
Accomplished jouster as well.
I will quickly interject to say, Mr. Producer, if you could turn down your headset because we can hear it and it is echoing.
How's the viewership for this?
Thank you.
Mr. Producer.
Ooh, it went up.
And one thing worth mentioning here as well, that throughout pre-production, we've already
People are
mentioned
so
to,
hungry for like
historical experts that we're
anything,
working
dude.
with. This is part of our process where as we develop, as we pre-produce, as we look at different new topics, cultures, we reach out to various advisors and historical experts within various fields to help kind of cover whatever blind spots we may have or reinforce the kind of research that we're doing. So it's part of that process. So these will not be the only names that we will be talking about during these streams.
Met 3 is kind of so early.
Starting to reach out to some experts for more.
I don't want to hear stuff about
cultures and factions.
Rome 2, Warhammer 3. You know,
there's more to come there for sure.
Fantastic. So, do you want to talk a little bit about this one? The next picture we have is a very big picture that we tried to fit on the screen.
Yeah, let's go with the next one because I think one of the key things that I hope our community feels excited about is that we are moving away a little from, let's say, the old school view of a faction roster. Mm-hmm. One of the things we talked a lot about in the first stream was us making sure that the world feels lived in, that there's a
They better talk about a siege return to form.
The world responding to your actions and you feel the consequences, right? And
I think we are going to...
always bothered me.
I think we are going to hear about the Warhammer 3 sieges, though, like the siege rework, so I'm waiting for that.
Largely the same, right? One of the cool things in Rome 2 was the auxiliary system where you would capture Egypt and then you would start fielding Egyptian auxiliary units.
Yes, dude, so this was fun.
Okay, the world is responding to my actions. There's strategic impact depending on what I conquer and when.
I played Rome 2 recently. I was doing a Rome campaign, and I took over all of Northern Africa, and I recruited like 4 doom stacks of African elephants, and they cost like 30 gold per turn each. It was amazing.
That didn't feel too kind of contrived or...
Yeah.
I will say, so I can see people saying this isn't, they can't read it. They can't.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
They're not meant to.
You're not meant to read this. We'll look at a few detailed units in a bit. This isn't.
Why show us this then? You're not meant to read this.
What the colors are showing us.
Here are some vague boxes for you to look at.
That's red on the side. These are cultural units. That's one of the sort of major leaps we're taking with rosters here, where all the units in red are not technically part of the Holy Roman Empire roster. Any faction that captures territory with cultures that are part of these cultures would have access to these units. And because cultures can travel across the map,
here's a bunch of boxes. Of course, you're not meant to read them.
We'll talk about a Franconian unit in a bit. Like if you have access
to
the
alive.
Culture,
I sure am, Mr.
Poland,
Doggo.
For example, you'd be able to have access to these units. And equally, me playing as the HRE, I might have access to these cultural units that are part of the, let's say, geography of these other realms.
And it's something you could pursue. You could.
Can we get a look at these boxes?
Exactly.
Can we like?
Yeah. Then in yellow is possibly the most important part.
Oh no!
These are the units unique
to
All
right, I fucked it up.
The Roman Empire alone, like no
Jesus.
other faction.
Oh
ever
god!
has access to
Oh
these
god!
units. And that's of course
back. I
when
fixed
you really
it.
lean into, let's say, the personality and the. Sort of really
Where's the
vibe of
chat?
the
I
Holy
killed the
Roman
chat.
Empire.
Fuck. Fuck. How do you add the chat back?
Mr. Producer, you could slightly
Oh
turn
no,
his headset a little bit more.
guys! I fucked it. Whatever. The chat's gone.
Check if it is his headset.
I
and
don't
take
just
it off.
talk over
Sounds like
myself.
a speaker someone maybe.
Fuck.
Yo,
Yo, it's been a while.
Yeah.
You get the
should also
chat
say
back.
There's a big
I've killed
forum
it.
post going live
Yes.
right now, or maybe after this, where there's a lot more detail
Below the button?
about this.
I think we have this image in high res as well, so you
Here?
can see the detail of that. So if you can't read it now, don't
So
worry.
please check out that forum post.
You're right.
The last color I will call out is blue, which is what we call a faction block. So that's sort of a granularity layer.
I got it. Found it, guys.
Faction where, say, you have the Duchy of Saxony breaking off the empire in revolt. The blue units would be what that faction has access to. So that's sort of in the rough geography and block of a certain faction to give a bit more regional identity, right? Yeah. If you have a revolt in France, they will have different units than a revolt in Germany, for example. The other bit you might see on this sheet are the little labels on the side in the top right corner, they're green, gray, and blue labels, and they are the population estates that these units are drawn from. Something we will talk more about in the future, in a possible future live stream. There's some more info in that forum post as well. But that's really what kind of people do you need to recruit these units? Green is peasants.
What are these boxes
so
genuinely? Like, what is the point of
population.
this?
Gray is the townsfolk living in your cities, and blue is, of course, the nobles, as you would expect.
So do please check out the forum post that we're dropping. If it's not live, it will be, because it goes into a lot more detail on our approach to factions. The roster designs, the cultures, the influences, all of it. So it's a really, really comprehensive write-up of our approach.
Have we covered all the colours of the rainbow?
I think so.
Okay. So should we talk about a few specific units there?
Yeah.
I love the bringing up the boxes to show nothing, though. That was such a power move.
Finally.
Finally, a bit closer zoom. So starting at the top picture is
these do look good though.
Currently calling Ministerialis. Actually, quite interesting.
Early medieval era when they were using chainmail a lot.
Europe, there was this trend of,
I like it.
let's say, non-noble knights. Of course, the British yeoman or English yeoman. In Iberia, it's the villain knights, and in the Holy Roman Empire, it was the Ministerialis, essentially a class of, let's say, non-noble.
It looks like they're going a lot more in
more
depth
wealthy
and historical, which is cool.
townsfolk,
You know, a little bit more like it's a little
or
bit
estate owners
like
who would
soup
essentially
brain to say, but like kind of like
work as
KCD2,
knights
you know,
in
a
service of the
lot more
empire.
in
and
depth.
sort of a lighter
you know?
version of the more classic knights. And you can see here the before and after is essentially our initial concepts on the left, and then
Hello,
on the
Goy,
right,
happy to see
after
you
working with
streaming
Tobias
again.
Capral and his feedback. And
Have you tried the new Bannerlord Old
a little
Realms
bit of
update?
flex on
I
our
have,
side,
yes.
How well we got it right at the beginning.
Want to play spot the difference.
Yeah, sort of the level.
Okay, they're just kind of waffling about some stuff. I mean, you guys can watch the video to find out this stuff if you need to. But I have played the Old Realms Bannerlord update. I'm thinking of streaming it and playing as... I've talked to the devs, and they said that I can edit a couple things to play as a goblin. So I think I'm going to play as a goblin and make like an enormous army of like goblin wolf riders. I think that will be a fun stream. Because no one else is playing as a goblin right now, because it's shit. And I want to see if we can make it work, and that'll be the challenge, right?
The mercantile of Franconian, the wealthy Franconian cities along the River Rhine and
That's the
whatnot.
Warhammer
And
mod
these are
for
essentially a professional,
Bannerlord, by the way.
almost like mercenary militia in service of the rich patricians of these cities and protecting these towns, and then occasionally being drafted into the armies of the empire. You can see quite a bit of change here that we did after the feedback from Toby, calling out that these helmets that wasn't really part
A unit
of
spin will have bill hooks or halberds mixed in.
let's
That
say
would be
the
cool.
wealth
Lots
that
of
would be
variation would be
attributed
awesome.
to these units really is calling for better facial protection, and these iconic helmets that are quite, let's say, unique to the German fashion.
Okay, guys, tell me if I'm right. These are
With
bassinets.
the facial visors.
These guys in the middle are
People
bassinets.
trying to work out, especially
There's
in that top right one.
that's
what
an
the difference
Italian
are. And I know you
pound skull and
the split between the
Yeah,
legs.
that-
that's,
yeah,
that's
yes, yeah.
That's a
German
little
bassinet,
animation
German
consideration
bassinet,
of
Italian
the
bassinet,
but
or
yes.
one of them is the other, right?
And
And then
also there's obviously the QR code.
Metal
on the screen, so do
helmets,
please,
open-faced bassinet,
fantastic. So so do follow that QR code, not just to,
or what?
to see the
Fuck.
post that details.
What are these called again? These like Norman-looking helmets?
To join the community and see.
Can't remember.
And I think these constaffers are a good example as well for like when you as
Oh, using that
another
KCD
faction
knowledge?
capture
I knew before
territory,
KCD.
like Ukraine, Poland, you capture parts of the
God damn it.
That's really where you get some of the vibe of the local fashion.
It did help,
That's
though.
Where one of the things we're really keen on is
I got very
pronouncing
familiar with the
regional
armor.
fashion differences in armor. There's a great video by a YouTube channel, Lorica Design, I think it's called, really highlighting like the fashion differences
Pot helm.
between Italian
Pot helms?
and German styles and
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this approach, because it.
They kinda look silly to me,
the
pot helms.
replayability value as well.
You know,
When
they
you're
got the
playing
big
in a
chubby
different faction,
cheeks.
You take it in a different way.
Yeah.
Interact with different cultures, different regions. Decide to expand in a different.
Here's a good
way.
nerd question.
You
What
all have
helmet
a
would you
different
guys wear
approach
if
to
you
the
were
roster
going
and
into
things
a
that
war
are exposed to.
and you had to pick your own
Feel
helmet?
More, integrated part of the world that living kind of world.
I saw Medieval Kingdoms 1212.
This is a good
chat as
dork
well,
question.
saying that they'll have a think about have a consult with their team about the accuracy, but
That
they
way?
thought it looked great there. Are we ready to
good.
show our third
Yep,
unit?
yep,
So this
third
is the
unit.
last unit we have
Oh.
for the stream, and then we've got a couple of other little bits.
Yep.
It's an iconic unit.
Chariots?
Yeah, I mean it's of course,
Oh!
the Imperial Knights of the Empire. Sort of
Castenbrust.
I guess the thing you look forward to the most. To finally recruiting.
Late stage medieval.
It's a little bit more elaborate in that forum post that these units are really having different equipment upgrades through the centuries that evolve the unit. You're looking here at a more later era version of the Imperial Knights, showcasing some of the things that are talked
That's
about.
awesome. There's like an actual progression, a reason to get to the late game. It's pretty dope.
With the Kastenbrust, which was more pronounced on the left, and then after Toby's feedback, we built in a lot more variation.
Those funny Chorf ones, right?
Some of the more slimmer designs.
You know, my favorite thing about the Chorf helmets is it's all based on Mesopotamian stuff. Like people wore those, like not quite that silly, but like they wore realistic versions of that. Like the tall hats are based on. I mean, everything's based on history, but you know.
Downwards one. So, and I would expect that the heavy knights from the.
I like to think that historically they thought it made them look taller.
Carry a lot of that regional fashion, and our goal is that they would look very different from heavy Italian knights, for example, or Iberian knights.
I hope you can retain lower tier, you know, if you wanted to.
We cover a little bit our approach.
Like if you want to keep your guys in like lighter armor so they're faster and shit.
With regards to our research, so yeah, we kind of lift the veil a little bit on that.
So much like the Building Medieval 3 streams, if you want to get involved and talk more about what you've seen here, go to the
more control we get, the better. You know,
I think Life, you've written up a very long post detailing
exactly. And if you're curious, how did we arrive at these designs? Well, the process is there, the research, the references.
Indies battling people in chat.
The short version of our approach to roster.
Milk and Cookies is like arguing with people in chat.
We look forward to some feedback and thoughts from the community about this approach, you know, moving away.
Dismount. Let us dismount knights, dude. Yes, that was I almost never did that though.
Cultural rosters, if you will.
But it means that you can actually use cavalry in sieges. I went back and played a lot of older Total Wars recently, and I did it a lot in Shogun too when I was playing as the
I think we're going
Takeda.
to be moving on to questions now. There's one question I can see from the community, which was. How many of the team working on Medieval 3 are very familiar with Medieval 2 and understand, you know, why it's still considered so great?
I think we talked about this in the first stream, right? A lot of our team are, you know, let's say, big fans of the old games. Not many has worked on it. I mean,
two of us have. Nick and I have.
Yeah, Nick and you. But definitely a lot of fans of.
That's a little worrying.
And some other historical games, of course, and a lot of. Let's say hobby historians. I think we mentioned this before as well. Like I named up Oscar. He's definitely like really invested into the era. Luke, of course, and a lot of others.
We have fans of Med 2 that played Med 2. You know,
I think
as before joining us. Yeah, as well.
You joined me on my famous Let's Play where we failed the Crusade on the last turn. Okay, so we're going to move on to some community questions just so we can keep. We've only got 2 minutes left, and we're definitely going to take more than 2 minutes.
We're going over time.
So you guys flagged this yesterday in that we wanted to start off answering one of the biggest questions from the last stream, which was what's the progress on ladders. You guys, we said we're going to give you in development rough.
Guys, we should all start asking like really weird
we
questions
live up to
in
our
the
promises. So
public
this is
chat.
already,
Like,
even since
will the
last
horse
stream, right?
testicles shrink with the temperature?
So this you're seeing the iteration 0 of carried ladders, and it shows how early this is. But
look at that fucking slide! The fucking slide!
Shout out to Elliot and Matteo who are currently working on this.
Hell yeah!
And you know,
levitating towards the enemy.
Hey, the stream is about what we are currently working on. This is something everyone cares a lot about. We are just working on this.
Please keep this.
Let's show where we're at.
Just release it this way, exactly.
People are wondering, like, why is this such a big topic? There's of course lots of micro and macro challenges around ladders. Starting from the animation connection.
This looks a lot more technically in depth though than I've seen from Total Wars.
Pick up the ladder.
How are they pathfinding whilst holding the ladder around various obstacles?
What happens if a unit gets attacked while holding the ladder? So a lot of, it's not necessarily unknowns, but a lot of nitty-gritty stuff.
And
a lot of the nitty-gritty, like little things.
A common theme that you'll hear from us, and we've mentioned time and time again, that this is, yes, we've had carried ladders in Medieval 2. That's a long time ago. We are rebuilding a lot of the core features from the ground up in the Walker engine. So things that may have existed in past Total Wars no longer do, and we have to re-engineer and rework them within the context of the new engine. These are challenging things.
They are. Well, so I'm going to fire at you then. We've got 5 questions, and then we'll wrap things up. some of these very quick. Will you be keeping the debug cam that allows you to see inside towers and keeps? Before you answer, I'll just caveat where these came from.
Yep.
We trawled through the last stream and the previous Building Medieval 3 stream. We found some of the most common questions from those. That's what I'm pitching at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, will you keep the debug camera that allows you to see?
I gotta
inside
say,
towers and keeps,
this is
which
early development and everything,
So
you know,
isn't-
but
yeah,
this is
the
still
intention
further
this isn't a
along
debug
than I
camera.
expected them
This
to
is the
be.
intention. We want to show you inside the towers. And what we ship with will be a more refined version of what you're seeing here.
Yep.
So it's definitely our intent.
We showed this internally at a larger meeting a while ago, and one of our directors in franchise came up and said, "Oh, this is so cool! This reminds me of the old medieval books as a child. You know, opening it up and seeing through. Right?
Yep.
This is exactly the vibe we're going for here, and ideally, visually, we could get some of that treatment where it feels like, okay, you're weaving away essentially a layer, and you look within. But yeah, the goal is to keep that view.
Yes, for sure.
Next up, I think we have a question we saw maybe once or twice. Are there any plans for naval battles?
Yes, this is.
I wonder
definitely
if the
something
new
that's-
engine
it's
is going to
it's
introduce like
something that we know that
higher cap on unit unit amounts.
to
You know,
have in
like
the game. It's something
could
that
we get
absolutely would like to see in
units
Medieval,
of
3.
you know?
So it's not really a question.
Could we
of
put the unit
different
sizes up
positions.
even more? You know,
As
with
I
further
mentioned previously,
optimization.
we are
I wonder.
rebuilding, a lot of the
Because imagine if we could do battles with
naval
like
battles, as
you
we
know
remember from
40,000
Thrones
reliably.
no longer exist in the engine, so it's something that we have to rebuild. And our focus currently is on the core of the experience. It's the land battle gameplay. It's the campaign gameplay.
I'd love to see
So at the
that.
point when,
Sieges.
and sieges, of course, yeah. So at the point when naval can kind of stand up to those in terms of quality, then
Unit size ultra plus plus. That should be kind of like more normal though. You know what I mean?
We'd like to see in Medieval 3.
I guess it's as we've seen on the streams as they've been so far. It's.
I mean, I guess
it's
it's
focused on
significantly
if
more
we're adding a
complicated than
feature,
those
it's
other
to be
games, but there's
intentional,
like
have depth.
there's that ultimate
We're
epic
adding
battle
loads
simulator,
of
whatever the
features at
fuck, and you
shallow
can get
levels
like
that
literally
you
a
want to
million
have
units on
in
screen.
And this is what
simulation.
pre-production is all about. It's looking at all of these elements, prioritizing them.
Surely
seeing what
they can-
kind of combination of elements
they
we
can
put
hijack a
together
little bit
to
of
the
that.
quality that we intend. So this is what all of this is about.
So, a quicker answer maybe for the.
Suckle
the
on
last one.
Festus chin or live in
Not that
Stirland?
those were long, more that we've spoken a very long time overall. Can you explain why it's mechanically so hard to path?
Do you mean his chin or his goiter?
And what steps have you taken?
Either way, I want to suckle on
Well,
Festus's
it's sort of
large
like-
goiter.
Similar to ladders a
Yeah.
little bit, where you think about all of our entities, they essentially pathfind themselves.
Do you guys
right?
not want
So
to?
they
You know,
have
like
to
how old
synchronize
boxers
among themselves.
rotate their fists and like punch the punching bag? I want to do that on Festus's little globule
And then
thing.
you might have
you know?
situations where, okay, it's getting attacked on one side, how are the other entities within that unit now pathing along that corner. So it's again more of a like an engineering and animation challenge that is just takes time to work through.
Yeah, it's resolving the interaction of the entity collisions and the hard collisions of the environment, and doing that at scale with lots of entities. The tighter.
Oh, come on, sweet. Okay, I missed you
trickier that
too,
is
buddy.
For the kind of
Speed
systems
bagging.
actually
Yeah, I want to speed
in the
bag
way
on
that doesn't cause
on
the-
Festus's
cause
chin.
This kind of these congestions that we've seen before. So it's definitely a
Holy
technical
shit.
challenge we're making
Then-
good progress.
Defensive
I will throw- I think
positions
just one
in a
last
total
question at
war
you then,
game?
which is the,
Actually
are you aiming for
providing a
castle
benefit?
sieges alongside cities.
It's something that we're currently looking at, yes. So it's as with everything else, we don't know if it's going to work. It's something we'd like to investigate because obviously castles are a thing. So we're looking again. It's all of those challenges. of
Castles are a
places,
thing.
and more all in one. So it's it's something that we're.
They
exploring.
sure are.
We're not sure if we can make it work yet, but it's definitely something we're looking at.
That being said, just this morning,
Yep.
we had a good design discussion actually around castle sieges,
Yep.
looking into, let's say, different versions of it. The goal here for us is really to make sure it's not just a small siege battle,
Yes. Yeah.
but there's a different sense of what the battle is about.
Yeah.
Like
It's
land
gotta have its
battles
own.
are
Yeah.
all about the lines and the tree, and sieges are of course about the walls and the streets. How can we get sort of really a unique twist on the formula?
That works.
I wonder how long this stream is going to be.
And the armies that you field, so all of those things that we have to take into account. But again, that's the beauty of pre-production. We get to experiment with these things, and see what sticks.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both so much for coming on and talking through that. I have one last question for you, which is a question I will be asking.
I love this
every single
fallback to the
developer
keep
on.
mechanic so much,
When
though.
will we be
Honestly,
hearing from you next.
it looks a lot more fluid. You know what I mean?
So look out for a blog. We're prepping a blog that.
My God, wait! Look at the units blobbing. Look at the units blobbing and getting stuck on the corners.
Looking to stream again.
Please tell me that's being ironed out.
Likely campaign.
They gotta make actual.
Brilliant.
Oh
Well,
wait!
I'm going to throw up a summary screen.
Kinda. I can't really tell. It's. I mean, obviously we're crazy
no
early, right?
So
like
you two are free to skedaddle now. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
When we come back,
He gets like really aggressive.
And a new topic of conversation.
Get him out.
As a summary, there you can
Get
see
him out of here.
Discussed. This page is going to grow as we go through our topics.
You hear them getting whipped.
But in the meantime, as our new guest gets seated and avoids just the numerous hanging things we have from the ceiling, I'm going to ask if they're good. They're good to go? Okay, let's move on to Rome 2.
Rome 2. Okay, this I'm excited for, because we will get this way earlier than the other stuff. Oh, that suit, though.
Jack.
Hello.
He's called Jack. What's up, bro?
Wow, we've solved the echo. The TV that we've been using had audio on.
Well, I heard it was on Ducks Under. I was like, okay.
That fucking suit.
I can't believe we figured that out. I can't believe the audio was on. Welcome, Jack. So, this was the kind of the surprise of the announcement of this stream. We've spoken before about...
He looks like a cleaning product mascot. Is that mean to say?
So,
like Mr. Clean, kind of?
Who's, at least for Rome 2, if not more, heading up that initiative.
In a good way, in like a cool way.
Of
He looks like a
that
character.
in-
I like it a
in
lot.
These updates.
So, yeah, really fun. I have a new role within Creative Assembly of being the back catalogue product owner for Total War, which is very much managing all of our older historical titles, looking at opportunities with them, including, where possible, making updates.
Yeah.
The first of these is Rome 2. And here, it's the goal of having a series of free updates to the game.
That's so crazy. I've been playing Rome 2 again recently. That's crazy.
Doing some visual improvements as well.
Shogun
as
2,
bug
Rome
fixes
2, Attila a little bit. Attila is fucking terribly optimized.
that all come together nicely.
Like, holy shit.
So
Where's-
this isn't going back and
What did they
making
even
DLC,
do? Why
right?
is
It's
Attila
going
still
back and
so
it's
badly
doing,
optimized?
Gameplay updates, bug fixes.
Yeah, definitely some bug fixes in there. Yeah, it's not new content. Some of the changes, particularly in campaign, will change some of the content there, but it's very much using the existing building blocks. You know, there's no new units, no new factions, no new campaigns, no new DLC.
So we're
It's
refining
free
the game
content,
that's there, right?
Free improvements.
And I think maybe the second surprise for people then is this isn't an update.
What?
Yeah, it is multiple. So the way this is planned is that it's
what?
a public beta that grows over time before fully releasing to everyone. So we'll start with Mars, with improvements to battle gameplay. This is covering things like making morale and flanking.
This is so vague.
Improving the armor and damage formula. Bug fixes.
Yeah.
Bug fixes?
Then Venus, which is on visuals, which will include updates to campaign textures, improving the lighting, more textures in campaign, a UI reskin inspired by the painted walls of Roman villas,
Ooh.
and then finally Jupiter, which is chief of the Roman gods. So it's the campaign gameplay. So big improvements there. Big focus is on making the gameplay systems remain relevant throughout the game. So we know Rome 2 only player seat is quite easy after.
So battle update, a
turns,
visuals
here it's
update,
about
and then a
making sure
campaign
that the
update.
Public order remains relevant throughout. Replenishment remains relevant throughout.
Alright.
That. There's a greater sense of progression and challenge going forward. So improving building trees, making tech trees more impactful, lots of gameplay improvements there. And the aim is that we'll start with Mars as a public beta, and then after a period of time, Venus will get added to it, then Jupiter, and then finally it will all go live for everyone.
I guess maybe they'll do Attila after Rome
Jack,
2
you're
then.
very
I feel like,
lovely,
do you guys think
soft-spoken
Attila
man.
needs more work
I'm
than
not.
Rome 2? Because
So
I
you
do.
may have to
Okay.
speak a little louder,
Bit
just
louder.
to match my
Gotcha.
level of constant noise. So I've got two questions before we move. We're going to show some stuff, right? But how are you approaching mods? That's maybe the number one question I've seen from the community when we announced this.
Absolutely. We know many people are playing mods on Rome 2. A lot of
Yep.
very popular mods out there. A lot of people get a lot of value out of them. Well aware
Yep.
that coming back to the game, doing these big
Attila's
updates,
way more
problems-
modded.
Problems with mod compatibility.
What is
So,
their beef with
first off,
Attila?
that long public beta and a single update. It means there is one occasion where the mods are being broken for everyone, because it will be big data changes.
Yeah.
Rome 2 had like a huge
But also
update with the
that
Emperor
motivation
Edition,
will
right? And
try
kind of
go
fixed
for
the game for the
mods
most
that are
part.
active to get a whole
Attila
bunch
they've
of
never
things ahead of
touched.
time,
Attila
preparing the
is
mods to
in a
be
terrible
updated.
place. It needs
And
fixing.
then for mods, of course, they won't be
I'm so
updated
gross.
because many mods have moved on. They're not
Yep.
active anymore. We're going to have a pre-Pantheon version of the game available as a beta once that update goes out. So if you've got an older mod you still want to play, go back to that older version of the game, play it for as long as you want.
So the game that exists today, you'll
Very
always be able
cool.
to play.
Yeah.
But
Very-
you
I mean,
can,
this is
if you
good.
choose, opt into the or play the newer versions, and then modders who want to come and update, they have the opportunity to do so. My last question then is, what depth are we going to be able to discuss today?
So today we're going to look at a brief snippet of each of the updates, focusing mostly on Mars, then a bit of Venus, then a bit of Jupiter. But there is a lot of lovely information now on the forums that is ready for people to dive into.
Fantastic.
As well.
So let's start off with Mars, right? So we're just going to cover a few bits from the update today, but as you just said, on that link, you've put up is it a whole forum or a forum post?
Banner formations?
Both. So there is now a Pantheon update section of the Rome Eras forum, where in that main one there's a long post detailing the overall
Hyenas too, when
what the golem is, why you're returning to
we're never gonna let him forget about hyenas. I feel like
Venus, Jupiter, and then there's sub forums for each of the different updates.
Yes.
Mars, Venus, Jupiter, where there's a little summary again of what's in them, and then a more detailed post in each area.
Yeah.
Which I'll come back to you. Sort of what
explain, Jack.
Yes. So battle is quite a difficult one to
never let go, Jack.
So you've spoken about flanking, morale, fatigue, damage, armor. This one. So what we've got here is unit spacing, right?
Yeah. So
unit spacing.
As part of improving battles, I wanted to look at how to improve readability as well and help with that recognition of units from a distance.
Yeah.
So at the top is 3 Celtic units in the game right now. You've got Levy Freemen on the left, then Spear Warriors in the middle, Spear Nobles on the right. And the only unit you can really tell that's different is the Levy Freemen, because they're bare-chested.
Yeah.
They stand out from distance. The Spear Warriors, the Spear Nobles, you can't really tell them apart. So what's being done with the Pantheon updates is across all different
unit
unit
spacing
types,
wasn't my number one issue, lol. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thinking here.
Variation in the spacing of the units. So you can see at the bottom, the Levy Freemen are very quite spaced out. They're much more very.
Does anyone actually have any problems with Rome 2? Am I dumb?
Are much more uniform in their positions.
I recently played Rome 2 and it felt fine. Like I did a really long Rome campaign. Sorry, I did a really long Swaby campaign,
which is something we see in more modern.
which sucked. It was so difficult, but I did it.
Older ones as well.
You know,
that was something that was
a couple. I did a.
Whereas here,
I think it's just kind of boring, to be honest. Yeah, but a lot of Total War feels a little bit boring after you played,
into the main game.
So we can talk about damage.
Warhammer, for example.
For those of you who love charts.
Technical. So, armor and damage. How it works right now is a little odd. So you look at something like melee attack versus melee defense.
I love me some arbitrary charts.
As your melee defense goes up,
Stonks.
the chance of anyone hitting you goes down linearly. Armor, not really, as you can see from the chart. It sort of curves and tails off a bit.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 aspects to damage and armor. You've got base damage and you've got armor piercing damage. Base damage can be negated by armor, but armor piercing damage can't.
Yeah.
But the way armor negates damage is that
line go down bad.
Armor value, so say it's got 60, and you do a dice roll between 0 and 60. And then whatever that value is, because it could be 0, it could be 60, it could be 12, it could be 38. You take that away from base damage. So sometimes you'll take off part of the unit's base damage, sometimes you get rid of all of it, sometimes you get rid of none. So it's quite varied.
So they're adding in
armor piercing damage doesn't get affected by armor at all. So there's always some base amount always going through.
So they're adding in like armor damage from Pharaoh?
Like towards the end, as you get more and more armor, it's just getting a much greater range of what the armor is doing. So it's just not as nice and consistent that better armor gives you better protection.
I mean,
this is cool. I'm never gonna shit on dates for games they've already released. I like this, but I genuinely think Rome 2 could have they couldn't have picked a less justified game for this. Rome 2's fine. I really think it's fine. Maybe I'm dumb or like I don't notice, but Attila needed way more work than this. Attila needs it a million times more.
Randomness in our battles, just because one thing we've always tried to do is, like even the basic peasant has a chance maybe to kill a king. So we allow a bit of randomness for that, but we want it to be a predictable randomness, as it were.
Yeah.
So with the changes, it's twofold. So armor is no longer a straight numerical reduction to damage.
Just what are the axes here?
Oh, sorry. So down the left axes, I can't remember which is the X and the Y. I should know that.
3K needs more also ammo. Dude.
Damage done. And
oh my god.
So you can see that as the armor goes up, it's a linear decrease in the after.
In my opinion,
it's not exactly linear because this is based on 10 simulated.
So genuinely, I think Total War 3 Kingdoms is top 3 Total War games of all time for me. I love that game. But holy shit, does it have bugs and things that need fixing? Balance patches, just changes. A lot of shit needs fixing. They dropped that game like a fucking corpse. Holy shit.
instead of it being a roll between 0 and 60,
like, oh my goodness, I don't know if you guys were there. I'm sure we were all there, but that was such a crazy time when they released that. 3K is so fucking good, right? It's so slept on. Genuinely, it is so slept on. I love 3K.
30% reduction. Nice and simple. So that means you get a nice linear increase, makes damage more relevant.
Yep.
3K
stream when? I could stream 3K. I could do a Dongzhuo campaign on max difficulty or something. Something really challenging.
Becomes a modifier, but here it's half the impact it has on regular base damage. Yep. So you get that 60% reduction to your base
Legendary
damage.
Dong campaign. What about that?
To your armor piercing damage.
I could add that to my list.
Piercing still got a lot of use. And a lot of these values will also be possible for the modders to play about in the database, like what is the max reduction armor can have on damage. There's still a base damage value in there just to allow for those situations. And there's also some changes talked about in the forum post, in addition to this, of the addition of the critical hit system from Thrones.
Which is a really beloved system.
Yeah, so it just allows for that, that chance of like the arrow in the eye, that kind of stuff. So that even from the first volley, you're seeing regular soldiers dying, and there's more predictable patterns of rate of casualty.
And I think
this is good. He is talking about good stuff. A lot of this is good.
Some of the stuff coming in that's like beloved or favourite features from more modern titles being able to come back into Rome 2 through stuff like that.
Yeah, because I think an important point to make as well is that the who's working on the updates is me. Yeah. It is
Total War Star Wars was announced?
So
no, it wasn't.
One of its advantages is that there are many products afterwards that I can look at and bring back certain select changes. So critical hits from Thrones. Yeah. Some of the bug fixes we're doing in battles are taken from Attila. With the visuals, you see stuff taken from other games.
As we will see momentarily.
Yeah, so it really maximizes what the impact I can have as a single developer.
There's no way Total War Birmingham was announced. That's more likely.
And we give a sneak peek of what the other two updates.
42% more knife damage.
The real focus on Mars is about increasing the importance of tactics, terrain, and flanking, making it so that it's just that greater impact. You might see in titles like Shogun 2 or Attila or Three Kingdoms.
And those of you who, I think for me, the most I'm looking forward to, and we'll do another deep dive
Harry Potter Total War
where we go through these more. But for me, flanking I think is the big one. Exactly. When we did the Rome.
What's the absolute worst Total War guy you could think of that they would release? Not like Total War Teletubbies, like something that could actually happen that you absolutely would not want.
Obviously, we shared this already with some experienced players.
And what would you genuinely? What would make you want to raid CA's headquarters if they released it?
For me, I think it is stuff that things that I thought worked or were happening now will happen. Yeah. And
can you imagine if they doubled down Total War Hyenas?
A lot of these are changes.
Oh, thank you for the donut, by the way. Ethan, I forgot.
Changing a different way, so like...
There's time and learning.
There's time and learning, it's refining it and making it better.
Star Wars?
So, when are we next going to hear about Mars?
Total War 3?
Mars, there will be posts on the forums over the coming months.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Areas, so one already.
Warcraft? Warcraft would be cool.
Next, possibly talking about changes to charge.
Nah, Total War Warcraft would be cool.
Charge defense. But on stream, probably June, we're looking at.
June?
Things are going to be inflexible in timing.
Brilliant.
Okay. That's like I said, we're going to see this way sooner than anything else.
I will say, next time we bring on a chart, I will make sure I don't crop out the axes. Okay, so this is Venus, and this is a taste of some of the visual improvements?
Yeah, so Venus, its main visual improvements are the UI reskin, which is not ready to be shown yet, and the campaign textures, lighting.
Yeah.
Oh, so the whole game's getting like a
When we go back to before, you'll see how Rome 2 is now. Well, certainly some aspects hold up quite well despite its age, but there's other bits like the water doesn't look great nowadays, some of the textures don't look great. With the lighting, the settlements, the characters can blend in a bit more. And now
I can see it. It looks volumetrically better.
Color, brought back better textures from Troy and Pharaoh to the game.
A little bit better saturation.
And I will note they're the same resolution of textures, so they won't have any performance.
Can you actually? Can people really not tell the difference? That looks way better.
Just to give a more consistent feel, better contrast.
Helps the city stand out as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the big ones. Like one of the things that I like to do is look at.
I mean, it's not like night and day, but that's better.
Remove the color. What stands out?
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that the UI. This is without UI, so you can have UI labels highlighting things, but you still want the characters and the armies and the settlements to stand out even without that going on. Especially when I think we go from the after to the before, you can really see the difference.
Fade, and that not adding that fade really helps.
Guys, go get Reshade, by the way. It makes every game look better.
Any second.
Yeah, this is the awkward wait.
There we go.
Yeah, you can see the difference.
All right, so we've got, I think, about 5 minutes to talk through two more bits. So we're going to give a little preview of Jupiter.
Yes.
Jupiter's, it looks to be quite expansive on the campaign side.
Oh.
So even now we've got, we're not going to go too deep into these, but we'll explain like the philosophy behind them.
People love to hate.
Building trees.
Everybody wants to be Mr. Cool Guy though and shit on stuff, you know.
Trees, and Jack is increasingly being patient with me.
How did your courier do, Okoii? That's a scam email, 100%.
The aim here is sort of basically going, Emperor Edition made some key changes to building trees, where prior to Emperor Edition,
I've never used every for anything. That's 100% a scam email.
Settlements and minor settlements. There were different
by the way.
minor settlements in other ways. There wasn't many choices, so it tried to.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how evil of you?
Going, we didn't go far enough in Emperor Edition.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe a 2.
So one of these, for example,
a 1 or a 2.
Trees,
I'm not very evil, I think.
Currently, Rome 2, you have separate chains for recruitment and bonuses, which is fine. But
I'm a good boy. I'm a sweet good boy.
You need to choose different slots.
What a tone shift.
Because you're
Field of Mars, Manipular Barracks, Auxiliary,
training chain, the one that gives you more
practice
fields.
fields. Okay, so they're trimming it down then.
Much from it. So one of the things that's been done is combining the two and extending. So you'll see that before it's up to level 4, now it's up to level 5. Important thing that barracks will do from now on is they will not just give you units. They'll give you recruitment slots, because I'm looking at reducing the base level recruitment slots. Like turn 1 as Rome at the moment, you get something like 7 units available at a time. It's a bit much. But
it's for Rome, though.
Army cap, because the army cap.
Other factions outside of Rome get like a 10th of the units that Rome gets.
I'm moving on to the building.
I know the game's called Rome, so Rome will probably have the most shit. But
so as you go through this,
but like there's some factions in Rome too that have like 2 units of infantry in their entire faction.
Roman units or auxiliary units.
How's the cat, Okoii? He's great. Yeah, he's good. He's asleep on my bed right now.
Just to help the AI out, so it's got a bit more varied what you can recruit without even having a barracks available. And then if you want to, you can choose to specialise this chain more into buffing your units, the practice field. So it'll still give you your increased army cap, it'll still give you increased recruitment slots and the units you've got from that basic Field of Mars.
Okay.
But then...
Dom, our TV's going to turn off.
No.
Not that one. That one.
That one. And then, so the practice field...
The TV's quitting.
Experience bonus units, and it will give you champions, because this is where champion caps increase.
Yeah.
And then further, you can use a specialise into
so
bonuses
funny.
of different unit types. So range.
Turn the TV timer off, guys.
The horse corral for cavalry, and the practice castrum for melee infantry units. So that has decreased slightly in the variations, but want to give it like clearly ranged cavalry infantry bonuses.
So we'll look at one more set of these, and then I have seen some questions. I don't know if you have an answer. I've seen quite a few questions asking about 64-bit.
Unfortunately, not on the table. Like we know it's one people are looking for, would like, especially people who use mods where they're making more use of video memory, but it's not part of these updates.
That's good to know. So what are we looking at here?
So this is one where combined and then split. So
do you guys know what vomitorium is?
Launched, there was this city centre chain.
This is how goated the Romans were. They had a building called a vomitorium where they would eat and feast and consume lots of food. And then they would go to the vomitorium and vomit up all of the food so that they could go back and eat more delicious food. They were literally like ogres.
But they're both doing variations the same, and also that's a lot of different things for the city centre.
It's not a myth. Let me live my truth.
Public farm chain and a market.
It's not a myth. Fuck you.
Major and minor settlements. So big changes that generally major minor settlements, they can do the same thing now.
It's real. It's real.
Same options. So the forum chain is all about entertainment, public order. So that top 2 ones, you've got auditorium and an Odeon. Then it splits into one chain that focuses, that specialises a bit more in income, one that specialises a bit more in public order. And this is the kind of
no, it is real. It is real.
But later,
it's definitely not a silly myth.
You're making that choice. Then you've still got the library chain as part of this, which gives you research and give you dignitaries. That's where you get the dignitaries cap. And then separately, there's a market chain, which then splits into 3. So you've got a wine trader, which will require the wine resource and give you a lot of money, but might consume food. Not decided that yet. Then you've got the delicatessen chain that will give you a little bit of food, but a lot less income, and it's probably where spies will come from for the Romans.
Yeah.
And then finally, you've got a slave trader, which will give you slave income and keep the regular trade income from the lower branches as well. So it's all that like clearer options, clearer focus.
Yep.
More depth to the change as well.
It's weird that they're going for like, you know, a little bit of an update, UI change, a couple of tweaks here and there, some building reworks, some unit readability patches and stuff like that. It's a lot of like little small things that I think could have been bundled into the Emperor edition, you know? Like, this is good. I'm like, I will never say this is like,
Jack,
you know.
When will we hear from you next?
I don't know,
next will be on the forums.
Definitely would have preferred to see this for Attila. Have you guys played the Lord of the Rings mod for Attila yet?
Because there's not currently a defined timescale for when the first of these.
The Age of Men or whatever the fuck. I can't remember what the fuck. I've already forgotten what it's called. God damn it! I played it like a month ago.
This work's been done by me, so when stuff is ready.
I completed
to show Mars and hopefully
Isengard campaign.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to throw up the summary then.
It's so good.
Thank you very much for coming on, Jack. Really appreciate your time. Everyone loved your suit.
It's so fucking...
You are free to disappear, and if you can shake the mouse on that PC, we will move on for our next guests. You're sitting there.
Warhammer 3, boys.
And you're sitting there. So, on the screen now, you can see everything we've spoken about so far on
Warhammer 3.
I'm right with where I just told you to sit, because I can't move these names. Okay. We all good? Right.
Get the fuck out, Jack. Get him out of here. Rip his suit off. Don't give him his jacket.
Hey, I was right. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Let me get rid of that bit of paper.
There's like a bloody blue jacket hanging in the background.
On the sofa.
It's like draped over the TV.
For anyone who doesn't know who you guys are, maybe Rich, you starting. Who are you and what do you do for Warhammer 3?
I've been here a while.
Hey, Rich.
For Total War Warhammer. I've been working on the series for the last 10 years.
Good old Rich.
Wow. Yeah.
And Sean?
I'm the associate design director. I've
done
the series for Amiga like 8 years.
I recognize these guys.
Embarrassing.
This is probably going to be about Bashiva and a little bit of End Times.
We have 3 sections within this section. I did initially try and see if I could get it on that bottom bar, but it was that is graphic designed by me, so that is the height of what I can achieve. So we're going to start.
Okay, would you say you were into Warhammer before Total War Warhammer 3, or is that what got you into it?
Yep.
Dude, I've been a fan of Warhammer since I was like 7.
Not trying to say the name of the person that will be.
I will say I learned a lot more lore playing Warhammer 1, 2, and 3, and it got me way more into the universe. But I've been a fan of the Skaven, Ogre Kingdoms.
Yeah.
The Imperial Guard, and a bunch of other Warhammer stuff since I was like 7 or 8. I tried collecting and painting Warhammer when I was like 6 or 7.
AI specifically.
And I was just too young for it. It was too expensive. But I've always loved Warhammer, man.
Address some of the issues that players
definitely learned a lot more playing Warhammer though.
AI,
like knowing all the lords and a lot more of the lore and factions and stuff that I didn't have interest in before.
Very soon.
Yep. So we've tried to. We know that a lot of these things. So we'll be doing it again with the Siege update next. A lot of these things, the community we've explained a lot of what we're doing while we're doing it. We want to start giving you guys
do Brits become an adult when they get their first Warhammer model? No, you get it's.
That's right.
You get your knife when you turn 10.
I wrote, and that's the first time you're seeing it, which was me writing it based on notes.
Okay, shut up now, Okoii.
Go
watch the official stream, you fuckhead.
So basically, over the course of the campaign,
Alright, I'll shut up a little bit though.
Ask the AI where to spend its focus. So in those longer campaigns,
you just like the ogres because they're fat? That's so far from the truth. What the fuck?
Rather than sitting and amassing around.
Okay, so that's like the
I like them because they're Mongolian themed
theory,
raider badasses.
As time goes on.
There's a million reasons I love ogres, dude. They're fucking amazing.
I mean, we've always had personalities which sort of indicate what different factions want to do.
AI priorities shift over the course of the campaign. That's fucking awesome. That's important as fuck.
It all comes together nicely. And then over time, you might see that the decision making that made total sense earlier on, no longer because of the sheer number of enemies or the number of forces that they've got, or lots of factors, then starts to go, that looks a bit strange to us. And there's been some tweaks to make it a bit more flexible.
Yeah, constant improvements on the AI are so important.
You can go to the next one.
Just keep fucking tweaking it every time.
Siege update.
Yes, it's happening.
So 9.1.
Oh my god, yes, it's happening. Oh my god. Yo, look at these towers. Look at these ladders. Oh, I'm so excited. Siege. Oh, I've wanted a Siege shirt for so long. Holy fuck. Ass ladders are gone.
Lord of the End Times.
So this will come the patch after the end times, the campaign update coming the patch after Bathsheba.
That's right.
So on screen I've just got some ladders. Thrown some huge ladders up there.
It's great bringing those back. I mean, I say bringing them back. It's kind of new for Warhammer. To me, it feels like bringing them back because
hell yes,
I've worked on. So they're going to be joining the fray for players to
fuck yes.
Removing pocket ladders as the default setting. Because we know they're not for everybody.
Yeah.
But the people that do like them, there's still going to be an option setting. So
no, don't give them what they want. Give them what they need. Control the narrative. Shut down ass letters. No. Force them.
I'm so easily distracted.
I can't believe they're adding in an option for people to play with ass letters. That's disgusting.
There's a whole host of stuff going in. And like me and Sean were saying earlier, we've been spending the time really looking at what the fantasy we want to have for siege battles in the Warhammer setting.
Yeah,
got 10 years worth of content now, so there's all sorts of things that we'd love to play around with, and the betas obviously look at some of that, and we've got some other ideas of our own. But we've been specifically focusing on like gate improvements, like the damage dealt to them, making it feel like a solid thing to defend. Looking at towers and the damage output. We've been looking at things like siege attacker trait.
Yes.
Which characters, creatures.
Yes. Give it to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that may not make it as well because it's cutting room floor style of we are trying things out. We want to try and push the boat out.
It is so easy. It's so siege attacker trait required to attack gates. Ash ladder's gone. Ladders added. That's it. That's all we fucking need. And an AI rework. That's it.
More time to make sure that we
don't raise the bar too high.
There's lots of things that we're looking at as well that
fill in the ground, the foundational stuff, then go from there.
We've spoke about can ethereal units go through walls? Is that something that we can support? And even just opening that question needs to go, well, if we want to do that, what's the technical cost of that?
And also spiders climbing walls.
Was never built with that in mind.
No.
So it's a technical update. It's a what would the implications of that be? Like, what happens if an ethereal unit dies inside a wall? What does that actually do to the game? All those things need to be thought all the way through, and then we make the decision of, do we go ahead with this and actually commit to it and resolve those issues? Is it worth doing? Because the fantasy of it would be incredible, but then there's the experience, and that's that objective, better experience bar that we have to cross. Of like, fantasy sounds great. Yeah. If it doesn't help the game, though, should we invest in this? Is it going to cause more problems? So we're doing lots of stuff, trying lots of stuff, and hopefully,
fuck yeah, dude.
It all comes together at the most perfect.
This is huge.
We can get.
Yeah, but there should be a nice grouping of content there for 9.1, and then like all things in the game,
see where it goes from there.
We always want to try and amend and improve.
Fantastic. Then shall we move out of updates? I'll just say to Mr. Producer, if there's any opportunity to turn up the audio a little bit.
40k. 40k next. Will we actually see anything, or are we just going to see more like conceptual? More charts! More charts!
So we're back.
Show us some charts. I want to see some vague charts.
I'm going to give a little bit of a caveat before we go there, because I think the content from here on out for the rest of this stream is a little different. It's a lot more video-y with a few screenshots, but we are going to be showing some things and
more colored boxes that we can't read. Let's go. More colorful boxes so we riot. Exactly.
It may be that there's a particular ability or skill that
can we a pie chart? Give us a pie chart. I'm gonna fucking cry.
We'll try and give here, but we're not going to be able to do that for absolutely everything. There's only so much time on the stream and only so much time on the planet. So remember that everything you see here is subject to change, doesn't exist in isolation. As we all know, campaign buffs get layered on things. Enemy lords nerfs and debuffs on you get layered on. So everything has layers. And lastly, I did just want to throw out a massive thanks to the Warhammer licensing team. Everything from this part of the stream onwards, we've been doing in collaboration with them, and they've really been supportive in getting all of this ready. So, shall we show Bathsheba?
Go on then.
Oh.
I hope.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen this yet.
Actually, the next thing I meant to show is Ferocious. If you want to talk about it first. Or I think we've teased them if we don't show Bathsheba now.
I feel like you...
Let's show Bathsheba and then we'll go back one. All right. So there we go.
They're showing the animations already. Holy shit. Yeah, dude, look.
So this is Bathsheba in battle.
I don't know if it'll show it, but watch her closely. She can do some pretty
cool
fucking sick shit. Wait for it.
She's brilliant. She's brilliant. This has been such a, I guess, a pipe
Ogres!
to have a character like her join the fray, come into the game, and you know she looks awesome. She's. We'll talk about some of her abilities and stuff later on, but just to give you a bit of a background on like who she is,
she's not doing it. Did they take the animation out?
So
no, there it is. Yeah, look.
Position
she can fucking teleport. Isn't that sick?
And command the Tiger Warriors.
Yeah.
In great times of
she can fucking teleport.
Chaos.
It's dope. It's actually dope.
Large again.
It's like the only character I've seen that can do that.
She's one of the lords of Shangyang, and one of Zhao Ming's finest
giant tiger chick. Yes.
So she's got her own tiger company, which you'll see with
she's
some of the units in the
like she's dope. Honestly, like pretty cool. As far as lords go, like foot lords, very cool.
Protecting caravans along the Ivory Road.
I had some feedback about it and stuff. You know,
fantastic.
From what I've seen,
so we will go through some of the abilities.
Hopefully stuff gets actioned and they tweak some things.
How would it feel?
I don't know. We'll see.
To use
looks cool though, right?
What's the playstyle there?
So her specifically is all about going after small entities.
I wanted Monkey King though.
She's quick, she's nimble, she's fast.
I'll be honest with you guys. I wanted Monkey King.
She's a big cat. So yeah, you might. I don't know if you've seen. Yeah, there we go. She's also got this amazing ability to teleport around the battlefield with her Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
And so when she reappears, she strikes.
One of the things that we didn't like in feedback is on the screen right now.
When she's in a tight
but you'll never know.
Getting out of it too.
Yep. And we'll see some of those abilities. This was a
lions, tigers, charts and pie charts. Oh my!
I didn't record this one. This is one of the few I didn't record. So that's why it's a much nicer quality than what we're getting.
Exactly. Thanks for the donut, Nim.
So we can see on the abilities on the side there.
You're never happy, Okoii? Yes, I am. What are you talking about?
What all Tiger Warriors are getting.
There's a okay, I'm one of the most positive Total War content creators. How dare you?
Very quickly talk about
I only make content on shit that I like.
An expectation of that's what the Tiger Warriors will have.
I don't even cover shit when I'm not enjoying it.
What is ferocious ambush?
How dare you? Baited? Fuck, I did get baited. He's probably rage baiting me.
Around all these characters is about that.
I'm easy to rage bait though.
Field, stalking its prey, getting in, roughing people up.
Yeah.
So it's very much given them kind of that vanguard deployment, speed, charge bonuses, all those kind of different things.
Passive, I love. Can we all agree that passive abilities that are activated naturally through gameplay are way better than activatable abilities that require yet more micro on top of everything else?
The thing about tigers, the literally big thing about tigers, they are much bigger than people. You know, like a full head taller than a human.
Guys, you can't rage bait me after I got rage baited. I'm already immune now.
Feel like you've been hit by a 9-foot big cat.
Yeah.
So
we know why he did not make any content. Yeah, burnout, I guess, a little bit. I wanted to focus on the Barbarian Halflings. Put it off for like 6-7 months, and then I got into it and realized that
but it is really to capture that idea that
it's really it's a lot of work. Like holy shit, so much editing.
Which is much more rank and file with the humans that the Jade Warriors and the Celestial Guard that stand and hold the line.
Cool.
The tigers are charging in, they're hitting line, you'll see the impact, and that sometimes can win a battle. If you get that on the flank, you get that in the right position.
Yeah, boy.
Can win a flank sooner than you want to, and you can reposition around to
I think giant hordes of cat people, it would be a very unique playstyle for Cathay.
You know? Cavalry, which I guess is
yeah.
But Cathay would have benefited more from hordes of fucking monkeys, cool apes and monkeys. We could have had that, by the way. I'd like to remind everybody that this is sick, this is cool and also sick, but we could have had giant monkeys smashing people and throwing their poo.
But I think as well, some of those were just her dynamic animations in battle, where she is teleporting around. My favourite is when she grabs someone and comes out of the sky and slams them into the
Who cares about Borthay?
So Heaven's Gate
Dude,
is kind of
suck my big Chinese cock. Cathay are cool.
So that's the one
Cathay are fun and cool, and they have some good shit.
Teleportation element, very cool.
Yeah, I think that's
Cats are better than monkeys. I agree, but
I think, as
that's real life.
If you want to pick an engagement, or there's a caster.
Okay, where the fuck did you go? Did you get a job or something?
That gives her a way to
No.
get to that caster.
Yeah.
If Bashiva catches herself in an awkward position.
No, I
to
just have an
lean the
extremely
Tiger
low
Warrior
cost of
into a big
living,
charge
so I
and
don't
she's
I don't
actually
need to
starting
make
single
content
out,
unless I really
she
want
also has a
to.
way remove
I also
herself from
invested
danger there.
pretty well,
it's
so I'm
quite
fine
a
for money.
flexible item in
I'm
her
making.
kit,
I'm trying to keep.
a lot of the identity.
I do
around
need to
that
release more shit. I am
also,
procrastinating,
because
and
of
it is
the
terrible. And I need you
features
guys to
she
push
has
me
in the
and
store,
to make more
she
stuff.
could remove
But I'm
herself,
trying.
go
I make
hidden
stuff for
again,
fun,
and then
you know,
disappear. So
or I try
she's
to,
got
because
a
then the
very
content is
powerful
better,
ability
right?
there to,
Yeah.
like a tiger.
I'll
Go
try
in,
not to treat it
hit
like a
with
job
her,
until I
disappear
absolutely have to.
into the
I
grass
don't want to
and
shill.
then
I don't want to do
second time.
stupid, sweaty garbage
I've not thought of that.
and make decisions based on money. You know.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Oh,
I'm trying
it's
not
like,
to.
How many versions of you and a bear? That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
classic. Yeah.
Hey, Okoii, make more stuff. I do. I genuinely
So
want
with the
to and
Shenyang
need
as
to.
well,
Yeah.
cool imbuement there, putting flammable on. Any of the other abilities? I
Dude,
mean,
having a giant
obviously,
crazy
the
ape from
core
Sekiro as a
is
unit would
in
be
a
so
entirely
fun, right?
making
Think
it
of the
something that will come out.
animations.
I'm sure they will pour of it, but I mean the flammable. If people remember on a previous slide, she has flaming attacks by default as well. So the flammable for her is also just like
That Heaven's Gate ability, by the way, is awesome. Bashiva basically teleports and then reappears in a commune, and they all drink cyanide spiked Kool-Aid and all die laying down in beds.
Fantastic.
It's pretty
Well,
cool.
There is
It's
one
pretty
more.
cool.
I've just checked. Check the notes.
If anybody got that
Hunters.
Heaven's Gate
yeah.
reference, you're
there's a
goated.
So hidden, it didn't
There's a
even make it on the
fear.
screen.
There's a fear.
It's stalking off
Yeah,
screen.
and that is her starting ability.
Mhm.
So that's
I missed
gonna,
it. Oh, what's up,
that
Warpstone?
kind of stalking stance.
Yeah.
Guys, go check out more Warpstone. Go check out his channel. He makes really good Total War content.
She's got a lot of kit.
She has, and also you point out it's exactly what I'm saying. We've got
Most of you
I tried
probably
to
watch
capture
him
as much
anyway,
as I can,
but,
so
you know,
these
still.
are they're just screenshots.
What's up,
from the
Mac?
game. They are. I booted up the game and I took the screenshots. I told you guys this is going to be.
What are these updates for Cathay? This is. Oh, like you don't know.
The most polished version. But yes, that's a really good call out of. There's other stuff going on, but we wanted to give you guys some of the highlights to start talking about. Speaking of, shall we
Master
move
of the
on
Hunt
to
is
the
good.
legendary hero 3LC?
Oh, big reveal, right?
It is. I'm so,
I remember
so long on
this.
the stream that just
Yo, I
saying the
remember
name
this.
will come out naturally now. So I'm glad I didn't say that we have.
Hold on, wait.
On screen now that I've said that.
What? He's
Oh,
so
yeah, there we
fucking
go.
hot.
Taoyuan the Mercer.
Oh,
Yeah.
a new simp queen.
To confirm
Everyone's
that.
gonna
Well,
simp.
I
Everyone's gonna
did.
fucking
I've
simp
never-
for this
I don't
woman. I'm
actually know
calling
if
it,
I've
dude.
said that out loud.
Watch
So
the
we've got
mommies in
Taoyuan
chat.
here,
Watch
so
everybody start saying mommy in chat
legendary
and shit.
hero joining the Cathay roster.
Yeah. All Cathay factions can make use of her.
Yeah.
But she does have that synergy, particularly with Bashiva
Mulan.
and also Zhao Ming.
Mulan. They're all saying
background
Mulan.
of
Just come on,
Taoyuan
guys.
is that she's an exiled warrior, and the reason why she was exiled to the Western provinces is
They
that
love adding
she's
ladies to
pretty
Cathay.
brutal and has a bit of an iron,
Merciless, you could say.
yeah, in what she does. So when rebellions uprose in the central provinces, the way she went about doing things wasn't so well liked by some, so she was exiled out to the west, and now she is one of the lords of Shenyang, operating for Xiaoming, and yeah, she's very cunning. She's a great fighter, anything large, so you'll see her taking on things like
No, another anti-large legendary hero, though. You know,
Wielder?
it's Lu Bu. It is
Sounds like
basically
Albert.
female Lu Bu. What the fuck?
Right,
That's a good
that's
Should have
point.
ran that past us first.
we're
mate.
off now.
How many prongs did that try now? Because that could be a Biden, and then I could be back in. Right?
Biden, come on. Also, great anti-large character fighting Noblars in this
Hey,
video here.
I actually that's what the feedback was. That's why there's lots of bonus as well at the start. I will pull out as well. One of the abilities has got a very blurred name. That is because we've got the ability, but we're still in discussions about what the name will be. We will have that ability up, which we can actually bring up now. So we will very quickly show and maybe chat about some of Taoyuan's abilities. One of which shall not be named.
Terror
Merciless.
Executioner.
The blurred ability.
But I thought
They
it was
lose
important
24
to
minute
be honest,
events.
that's such a cool ability.
Yeah.
So Tyrant's Talon, is that the weapon?
That's the weapon that she wields. Yeah. So again, very good at base damage, armor.
I do love me
piercing,
some
and
Executioner,
she's a
but
ferocious
yeah.
fighter.
Yeah. It isn't. I can see chat saying it's censored. It's not censored. It's just not decided fully yet. Or
Too
not
hot
locked
for
in.
Twitch TV. That's
It
it.
is.
Kind of cool as fuck.
Suggest your
I don't
own
really know
name.
enough about Cathay, so
Yeah,
I like it, you know?
Cool. Then last section we have for Bashiva is we're going to talk about some of the Cathay tweaks.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can go with those.
I've got a video here
This is way more impactful because this will affect. I don't know about you guys. I am so much more hyped for big sweeping changes. You know, like race reworks, siege reworks, AI reworks, campaign reworks, pathing reworks, massive bug fixes, shit like that. That's the shit that matters in my opinion. You know, DLC is cool. I like content, whatever, right? Real significant changes to the base game is what we need, in my opinion. So this is the kind of shit I like a full rework for Cathay and tweaks and stuff. Oh, not full rework, but tweaks to Cathay. You know,
their line. So they got.
It doesn't matter which lord you play. You can play any fucking lord. You can go back and re-experience lords and whatever.
I'm trying to think now.
They're all up there.
Give us Dwarf Overhaul 11. You fucking
No, I can see that.
put that in your book, you short fuck. You do not need any more overhauls, god damn it.
They are. I mean, we've also changed the Sky Lantern as well. So the Sky Lantern in itself is now different.
Good, because it was terrible.
Unit.
Good.
So it's there to buff and reinforce the armies around it. Kind of being
Fuck yes.
Up on high.
Good, because oh my god, they were terrible.
We should definitely talk about the tech tree.
Tech tree. I'll wait for the transition. The tech tree is different. There we go. Yeah, we redid the tech tree from scratch. It's funny when we did it. It has the exact same number of technologies.
I'm putting a poll in chat.
The exact same amount of time, purely by chance.
Yep.
But it is from scratch. We really wanted to lean into the yin and yang of it. So each side now has a focus on yin or yang, either in either portion of it, and as it comes to the center, it's more harmony of effects on those central techs. And we've made a separate military and provinces section, so it's a lot easier to navigate and find.
Do you guys ever recruit Sky Lanterns?
The current tech tree's been out there for so long.
When do you ever recruit Sky Lanterns?
Like, a change for change's sake. So we did a really big analysis of everything that was in there before, and
not the sky junk ones that have the rockets, just the ones that float.
Take a little bit here or there. This is an objective, like it's got all the big ticket items that were there before, plus some extra fun things, and it's just a bit easier to pass. We had some issues with the old tech tree where
I don't ever play Cathay. Right, but if you did, would you recruit Sky Lanterns?
Never really felt like, this isn't capturing the, I'm late game now. Right. I want to see the tech tree reflect.
This is more of a poll for people that have played.
It scales with where you're at in your campaign.
You spoke about.
Everybody, I feel like, recruited them once, been like, these are dog shit, and then never recruited them again.
Or how that's.
And I think they're a tier 4 unit too. I think there might be a little bit lower than that, but oh my god, they are bad. Sky junks are amazing. Sky lanterns suck dick. They're terrible.
Having enough punch and weight behind them, so we've done.
So I'm happy they're getting a rework.
Metadata pass. So we've been changing that. So now when they're going on a charge, they should be much more impactful in like the damage output.
Dope.
And what else have we done? We've changed some of the units on the tierings as well. So like I think it's Long Mars down at tier 4 now. So there's been some balance changes there.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that people can get access to the cool stuff in the roster without waiting too long, while still grading the things that are the big ticket items like the Terracotta Sentinel. They deserve to be up there. Yeah. But there was a couple of units where if you compare them to other cultures in the game, you go, well, why does Cathay have to wait so long to see infantry, which is like a tier 3, tier 3.5 infantry at a tier 5 spot? So we made some adjustments. We adjusted the cost of some buildings.
Dude, Skaven needed this so bad. Skaven needed this so fucking bad.
A lot of adjustments to try and improve the
There's so many factions. Dude, Bretonia as well.
Fantastic. Then we're going to talk about, if we're all done.
Well, no, one more thing. Don't forget with Bathsheba and the Tiger Warriors, they all facilitate work with the dragons as well. So make sure to check that out as well.
And also anyone who
what did he say?
Snipped the little bits of lore, because there's some really cool some lore in those skills. Well then, I'm going to press a button. Are we ready? I'm so excited
in time stuff
about this section. This is the section of stream I'm being so excited about.
They're probably going to announce a lord, guys.
We've all seen on Reddit.
Thankwall, Skaven rework, Thankwall.
Right now we're about to reveal
come on, baby.
Man-sized rat, and we do have something man-sized, and it is a man. So we have here our next Lord of the End Times. Who is this?
It's the guy who I said will have his day.
And he's having his day.
He's definitely having his day. Yeah. So Boris.
Sorry. It is Toddy. It's Toddy.
Midland and yeah.
It looks like a new model.
Bring the Todd.
But can hear it now to be fully playable.
It's the bringer of
it's
Todd.
really
Holy
to get
shit.
that point from,
Wait, why does he have a beard? Where's his fucking
fucking
mustache?
original Warhammer 10 years later to now be in that position where you get a new experience, a new fight with the Empire.
Yeah, like you said, he's a bit of a visual glow up as well.
Where's his fucking mustache?
Well, yeah, perfect. There's like 9 years ago they called the Beastman or something like that, where we first brought attention to this character, and he's never had his day until now where he really stands out as the interesting guy that he is.
This is cool.
So, I do
dude, look, he's got the
while.
fucking knights. He's got the Ursus knights next to him.
We're mostly talking about battle today, as that's more in a stage that I've got videos of and that we can share.
Fucking Toddy.
General campaign questions, but mostly we will have battle.
It's me, Toddy. It's me, Toddy.
I said that all of those last videos were great because they weren't filmed by me. You guys are now getting the videos I filmed, so
brace yourselves.
Yeah.
You've seen him in his Lord selection screen, and now you get him in the battle.
It's pretty
Boris
good
Toddbringer with his new model there.
I gotta say, I'm.
So where does Boris start?
Do you want to take a guess?
Somewhere in Lustria, I would imagine.
He's not gone quite as far afield. No, he's in Midland.
Yep.
Shocker. Yeah.
Fantastic. And so what are the
What? I got timed out.
Well, generally, as Warhammer has gone on throughout the
I got put in timeout.
The Empire got pretty treacherous. It's quite a dangerous place to be now. And our good friend Boris, he's sick of being on the defensive. He's sick of all these people.
Why am I getting timed out for asking for mustaches? That's crazy.
So he's going on the offensive now.
I mean, in 3 seconds.
Wow.
There we go.
Why did you bring attention to that?
Perfect.
Unbelievable.
Perfect time for vengeance. Now he's going to take the fight to everyone else. So yeah, he'll start in a position where you'd expect it in Midland, and he's going to work tirelessly trying to unite the Empire. Elspeth is holding off the forces of undeath. Boris is much more about taking on anyone and everyone that's in the Empire right now, and anyone that's even
I got timed out. That's crazy.
Taking the fight to them. No more defensiveness.
For asking for beautiful mustaches. Kind of man. Not request the beautification of the mustache of the Boris Toddbringer.
With him to all of the foes of the Empire.
He's got his claws out.
Nice.
Well,
this is cool though.
I don't have the transition statement that I think I do. So what we've got then? So we've got Boris, and we're also going to show off a couple of units here. Then
I will take good humans though.
Infantry.
Boris has been a favorite of mine.
Talk about the ability that a lot of Boris.
Still don't think he's going to be as cool as Toddy Brucky. Teddy Brucky.
They're on two different slides.
We'll start off with Crush.
Teddy Brucky's probably still going to be my favorite human.
So,
my favorite Empire guy.
Currently on Boris Toddbringer exclusively right now in the live game, but it's being changed slightly because it's not going to be just
55 meter AOE buff affects all allies.
It's going to have a few changes.
Effects intensity
right now,
with each enemy in range with their leadership routing, damage and speed. Oh, so it's like a chase down thing. Fractured leadership of the enemy. This will be really good for fighting Ungors and like shit with low leadership.
Yeah, it's double placeholder right now, but it is very much in progress. But the intent is.
Am I still timed out?
We want the Ulrican units to all feel like they've got a clear play style and flavor.
I'm just gonna say the word mustache.
Much more melee-focused Empire culture, and we want to make sure those units had the ability to actually succeed being this melee-focused.
No way! They're killing me with this. I can't even say the word mustache. Did they time out the word mustache?
Units, right?
They make it illegal? What the fuck?
His own flavor there of it's not just Empire Plus.
Somebody in there is
like a
wow.
So we'll show off one of them now.
Go for it.
Oh, they look fucking sick.
It says it on the screen. God.
Oh my god, they look so dope.
For the people listen carefully to my words.
Can I say they look amazing?
The two units that we are talking about today. So where do the two Idrian Guard come from?
They fucking timed me out.
The White Wolf happen to have several very esteemed nobility within them, and it's based purely on merit. It's not just about station. if you are particularly good Knight of the White Wolf, you might be elevated to the honourable position of the
fuck?
Who's
They look awesome though. I do these are probably my favorite Empire unit in the lore. I think I've said it previously in streams. The White Wolf Knights of Ulrich are fucking sick.
Those guys,
hammer wielding, White Wolf wearing, full plate, full bearded out, badass hammer wielding warriors of the Empire.
Slightly fewer number than
so this is the good shit. This is what makes the Empire cool.
In terms of what they do.
I've said it. I'm pretty sure I've said it before. Fucking Teddy Brucky, the Teuton Guard, like the Teuton Guard, and fucking fuck, what are they called?
They're kind of like the epitome of empires.
And fucking
so far.
Boris Toddbringer. The coolest things about the Empire.
Empire factions to get hold of. But all of the Ulrican units that will be coming will be a bit easier for Toddbringer to get hold of because, of course, they should be. Yeah. He's Midland.
Yeah, right next to him.
Yeah, he's got them in the back room waiting to come out.
So we do have one other unit to show. Did these guys ever get into combat? Did it Luke? I wasn't paying
I
attention.
was looking at you.
I'm hoping that.
I can't believe they timed me out for requesting mustache.
They're raring to go.
They are. For much longer than I thought I did.
There we go.
I think people have seen this before, right? You've seen them hitting. I'm looking at the chat. Did anyone else see them hitting? Or do I have to vamp for time just so you can see them throwing their hammers? So, we will... no, they didn't see them hitting.
I'm fucking muted. This is crazy. What did I even say?
So we do have one other unit to reveal, and funnily enough, we saw a Reddit post like a week ago that was... forget all of these units. There's one
Bro,
unit
they're killing me
really
with this.
hope is part of the Empire pack. And that person is going to be very happy to see
it's the Knights Panther.
It is.
Yeah, well, when we
okay,
the pack is obviously very thin.
Do they look a little silly to anyone else?
And given that we're doing Boris Toddbringer, the Ulrican units.
Okay, do these guys look a little silly to anyone else?
As well as Talabheim, so we thought, well, we've got to capture all the major knightly orders as much as possible. So we've
everyone else is like they look bad. They look terrible, lol. They look ridiculous, goofy as fuck. Yeah, okay, it's not just me.
I can also tell you, I'm pretty sure that's the wrong
They look a little silly though, right? Are you partnered, lol? I am partnered, yeah, but I'm not immune to being muted.
Hold on, if my producer double clicks on that video, double click it, and then you click browse.
Dude, they have the same fucking stats as Empire Knights.
Blue.
If you go to...
No.
If I could just stand up, I could do it.
Dude, it looks like a mascot hat.
And fix the video.
They'll never know. They'll never know.
Yeah.
This one's kind of a miss. I gotta be honest. I don't like these guys as much. The Wolf Knights look fucking tight. Teuton Guard, whatever the fuck they're called. They looked awesome. These guys look goofy.
Recent version of the Knights Panther to show off. These ones, the most recent version.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
So that's
the magic.
Okay. Hopefully.
Dude, I don't like these guys. They look like fucking sports mascots.
We have to watch them idle again as we prepare for them to charge.
You love an idle though, Josh,
I do,
so we can take our time.
I do. I sat there and I was like, about 30, 40 seconds would do. And I did not know how long 30, 40 seconds is.
Dude, fucking unmute me!
So yeah, we got the Knights Panther. I mean, we'll see it in a second. You've probably just seen it before. Their charge is devastating. Lovely in blue though. I could never imagine seeing him in silver.
That's weird.
Who would do that?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god.
Do you know what? What I do think that helps to emphasise is everything we're showing is development progress.
Blood Bowl characters.
Yesterday.
For real.
The one I took the day before. I like it when he does the boom.
I'm not a fan of cavalry anyway, so I probably wouldn't recruit these guys regardless.
Stats could change depending on however Sean's feeling at that moment in time.
I don't know, man. We didn't need more Empire Cav, if I'm honest.
Just letting them see him fight for a little bit before we move on.
And they look a little goober.
Just keep vamping.
They look a little goobery.
So what we have now is technically
I'm excited for those knights though. I'm excited as fuck for those Teuton Guard. Fucking heavy hammer knights, heavy wolf themed hammer knights with giant beards, being led by Boris fucking Toddbringer. Hell yes, brother.
So if you guys are, people may know.
That might be my new favorite Empire faction, depending on how that goes. I can finally play old Boris.
I made one of them a little bit harder. I still don't think
with my knights.
No, it's pretty obvious. Well, there's easy, medium, and hard in there for sure.
I've made easy slightly harder, but still.
And I think you helped with one of them earlier.
Well, maybe. Oh, you're giving the game away there, aren't you?
So, if feel free to click these, guess what you think they'll be.
Bro,
we will.
I'm still muted. How long does it mute me for? Like an hour?
I think before we move on to our next bit, which is the thing I am most excited for in the
Oh my god.
I'll just ask from you guys first. When are we going to hear from you next? I know the answer to this if you don't.
You say it and we'll say it at the same time.
June. So I think the plan.
It's got to be Thankful, right?
June we'll come back. We may do. It may be a stream. It may be a video. Maybe both.
It'll be Thankful with Bone Crushers, with Bone Crusher, and then it'll be
That'd be good.
fuck, guys, what are they called? The End Times Turbo Rats.
I'm going to pretend.
What are they called?
Fully up to date with all this.
So at the moment,
We're ready to go.
Some guy was asking me to make a Doomstack on a modded
I think the
units.
plan is in June we'll come back.
One could be Bone Ripper.
Talk to you guys about some
Yeah,
of
one
the
could be Bone Ripper with Thankful.
some of that in December.
Storm Fiends, yes, Storm Fiends. It'll be Thankful, Storm Fiends. Right?
But
I think that's what we're gonna get.
A bit more comprehensively about some of the stuff you can expect to see.
They open the door
But,
with Vermin Lords. Vermin Lords maybe, definitely Storm
one
Fiends.
last clip for Lords of the
That's
Empire.
it has to be right.
So,
Thankful
we
with the
have a
final Skaven
fantastic
rework.
Voice actor.
Skaven
Boris
rework,
Toddbringer lined up.
skill tree
You're gonna be hearing
rebalanced,
loads of
research tree
different
rebalanced,
orders on Cathay
unit
and
recruitment
Empire.
tier list
However,
stuff rebalanced,
when you load into a custom
Justice for
battle,
Scroll
you can
scroll
see that there's
rework,
two Boris
and then
Toddbringer.
Thankful, Vermin
There's the
Lords
original one,
maybe,
which you know and love,
definitely Storm
and then there's one
Fiends.
more.
Hey,
Tom, but maybe just a little bit less. Bring it down a bit.
is this the Toddy guy? No fucking way they got him.
Beautiful.
It's not the same guy, right?
Toddbringer, at pace.
They did not get him.
None shall live. Oh, I hate Kazrak One-Arm.
Did they actually get the fucking guy who kicked the room open with the Toddy helmet? The guy from Yogscast or whatever?
Have one. It's me, Toddy. It never gets you.
No fucking way!
So there we go. That has been.
That's
one of
fucking
the hardest
awesome.
secrets to keep.
No
it is
way.
Exciting, and they'll also.
That's
I think we've heard
fucking
recently
crazy that they got him.
Some of about 2/3 of the ad-lib lines.
Holy
that Angle
shit.
Tom gave in the recording studio, and he gave a lot. About 2/3 of them. Will
That's sick. I can't believe they did
some of
that.
them just a little too hot to handle, but others.
That's an easy
others
double.
just
That's
like
such an
so
easy
look forward to
W.
that.
I'm so happy they went
And
with
that'll
that.
be part, coming along with
Fucking
this. So
Toddy!
we've got all of our information there. More in May on the Tiger Warriors. That's why it says more in May. More in June on the Lords of the End Times. So we have our last game, and then we'll be doing community inbox. I've seen a few people interested in us talking about this one as we've gone through the stream.
Where is he? I can't come back one eye. On the prowl.
Welcome. You sat in the positions that I prepared for.
Seamless. Absolutely seamless.
That's what it's a
Cool.
reference to, for anybody that didn't know.
I haven't seen you guys in a while. So Dave, we last streamed together 7 years ago.
It was a while.
And Kev, we did do
we did Rome one. Yeah,
we did.
yeah.
So welcome to the stream. Welcome
you.
to Total Show and Tell.
It's me!
It is
Tommy.
very
Oh, it's crazy.
I don't know how Rich and Sean managed that with the heavy jumpers.
Okay, 40K, 40K.
So big thank you to Rich and Sean for coming on. But I'm
Thank
sure chat will show
you,
appreciation.
Rich and Sean.
So who are you guys? Dave, starting with you. Who are you and what are you doing on Total Warhammer 40,000?
What are you doing? Who are you? Hi, yeah. So I'm David Petrie. I am the battle product owner for Total War. So basically, I look after the when and the what are the features that we're building across all of the super exciting games.
Cool, sick.
Of course, with a really big focus at the moment, as you might expect, on Total War Warhammer 40,000. So yeah. Also, massive 40k nerd, so this is this is a dream. Very, very orc-oriented is how I'd describe myself. We don't have to talk about interests or anything.
No.
Do we? No. Okay, all right, okay, thank God.
No,
It's
people.
orcs.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Kevin. I'm
free.
the art director on Warhammer 40,000. I think it's fair to say that I'm a Total War veteran. 26 years making Total War games. So
You were the
far.
man who did the spin in the December video, right?
That's right.
You were-
Yeah. I'm secretly behind every developer
Exactly.
in the studio, just lurking.
Dramatic cap.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So the first question I had is a more broad one of how's development going?
I'm finally unmuted. Holy shit.
Throw that out to the room.
We're cooking. We're cooking. We're busy away.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of passion, a lot of fire, I think, to get something really, really awesome done. So yeah.
So I think the team is really actively moving. We're making a ton of progress right now. Battlefields, as far as I'm concerned, are pretty much in the bag.
Bloodthirsty, dude.
And campaign is making great progress. So
And
it's doing good.
So today we will be showing off one of the spoilers, I guess, but one of the planets and we'll show off 3 flybys. Just for those at home, what's the level of polish that we'll be seeing on the assets that we share today?
So I'll let Dave speak to the battle stuff. From what we're seeing on campaign, we captured it a few weeks ago. It is, I would say, relatively early, but it's definitely showing the intent of where we want to go visually with the planets. So the again, I apologize because I captured the footage for this.
Yeah.
And what we're going to be seeing on those is mostly the background artwork. So on top of that, there's a layer of there's the shroud and the region borders and all this kind of and the user interface, etc., etc. So we're not going to take.
I don't know about you guys. The number one thing I'm curious about with Warhammer 40k is the scale. How are we realistically handling the scale in terms of physical gameplay? They've described it a bit. They've kind of given us vague sort of guidelines with kind of what the structure is going to look like. And like the fact that you can zoom in planetary style, whatever. I just want to know.
I guess will make sense when we get there. So if you're happy, I'll throw us over to the planet.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is the first look at our intent for what the planet's going to look and feel like.
So that's a hive waste planet. So we can see the hive cities on there. We've got road connections. We have everything's a bit kind of sickly. You don't really want to go on vacation there with your mom or your kids.
On your own then.
On your own, yeah.
It's a solo trip.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So this is one of our planet types.
Other than the FPS drops, that looks sick. Yeah, that is. I can. It is a bit choppy.
Biomes, which
not bad. Yeah, I don't.
Overall terrain.
We've never seen a Total War like this, so I don't know if this is good yet. You know what I mean? Like visually, this looks nice.
And then we also have, on top of the planet, we have different kind of civilizational types.
Okay.
So this is a hive planet. So we can see the hive cities on it.
So obviously the intent is to have like a spectrum of world types present, right? And obviously hives classically, they've got those hive cities on them, and then the waste that they produce causes a bit of a problem for the rest of the planet, right? But then also we are going to be looking at like frontiers and civilized worlds, etc., which are also mainstay planet types that are within the galaxy. So there's all sorts.
I'm scared because of the console release. I can't imagine how the battles will work, dude. That is my number one concern with this game is that they are trying to release it on consoles too to make them look again.
Sometimes forgotten.
They're clearly trying to branch out their marketing and try to cover more platforms to pull in a wider audience. I genuinely think if they try to force this on console, I'm so worried about it. Like we can all think of games off the top of our head which were made for multiple platforms that if they were made for just computer, if they were made with just PC in mind, they would have been infinitely better. Imagine if they tried to take games like Kenshi, right? If they took a lot of other strategy games that have never been on console and put them on console, you have to make so many concessions to do that. The game has to be smaller. It has to be smaller in scope. The controls have to be less in depth. They have to have less mechanics a lot of the time because you have to be able to access a lot of those mechanics. I just feel like this is such a huge game in theory. Forcing that onto console on just a little controller is going to take so much doing, and bringing it down and optimizing it for the hardware and levels of accessibility of console. It's worrying. I think it could still definitely be good. If they go about it in the right way, and if they not only lower the bar for a console but also raise the bar for PC. Almost like two different versions of the game, then I see no problem whatsoever. But oh my god, they have to do this right.
Tool chain that we've developed.
Oh, they have to do this right.
So the designers and the coders have got a
Like,
tool that
from what
allows
I
us to
understand,
place those
total
quite
like
easily,
Creative
and
Assembly
we
are
don't
already
have to
stretched
manually
extremely
do it.
thin, right? So if they're stretching themselves across console as well, that's so much more for them to deal with.
If I'm a player,
God, I fucking hope they can handle it, man.
So you're going to be fighting through region to region, basically on these continents. With
I hope they nail it.
Capturing like a key region or a key location within that, and across those conflicts, you're going to be encountering all sorts of different scale of civilization.
The scale looks interesting.
And what's the word? Like density of the maps, etc. So it gives
for Total War battles you need a mouse,
encounter like more
the micro. Did you guys ever try and install a Rome 1 got a mobile thing, and I installed it on mobile because it was like we got a free key,
some bits punctuating things,
and
it's pretty desolate out there,
borderline impossible to control.
And then, of course, when you
the
run
units
towards and into an actual
at least with the control you have like
dense,
controls,
much more sort of like a
you could do Total War on a controller, but I don't know, man.
Soon, I'm sure.
I don't know. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. How do you select shit effectively?
More than one.
Yeah. Well, it could be one.
It could be one. It's possible. It's possible to be one.
It's going to be weird. That's going to be super weird.
I would say it's going to be a handful of planets. It's not going to be like dozens and dozens of planets in the system. So it'll
How many can you fit in your hand? Fantastic. Then my last question on this bit before we move on to the battlefield.
Gyro works well for a mouse. Yeah. Console have been able to use keyboard and mouse since 360. Really?
Ago, right?
Yeah.
What are the next steps internally for this planet? Where do you go from here?
So
I thought they were banned because it gives you an unfair advantage over people aiming with a controller.
This planet in terms of all the
maybe that's just FPSs.
So, like the prototype basic hive waste planet is done. We've got all the components now that feed into our planet making system, so we can make many different versions of this planet, infinite versions. We can also mix this biome, so we can have hive ice planets, hive arid planets, etc.
Dude, Nightbot is fucking eliminating people. If you type in caps, it bans you for like 10 minutes.
The team is essentially going to be done next week with all the planet types. After that, we have been developing the actual.
I can't tell if this is a
systems,
Nurgle infested
so
hive world or not.
Pretty good.
It looks like
you
it.
See in the background when I talk about the system, we're talking about where all the planets are living, and there's a star, and there's.
Hopefully, this won't turn into whatever Dawn of War 3 did. Yeah, that's sort of something I'm worried about as well. Is they're going to be trimming it down more and more, taking away chunks and parts of the game, trimming it. And bringing the experience down to a microcosm of what it should be, so that it can fit on console, be controlled by controllers, and then it can run easily, but that
so Upper High Plateau, and we did see the community kind of saying, "Oh, that's a lot of things on the map, right?"
Space battles, please, Emperor. Am I the only one who doesn't want space battles at all?
There's the most going on. But what I wanted to do in this stream,
I just don't like space combat. It's just a bunch of bullshit floating around in space. Like it feels so directionless to me.
We spoke about like wastelands. We don't have like.
Again, I never played Gothic Fleet Armada because I wasn't interested.
In development, still to be developed in that stage. But we do have some medium lows, and then the one.
And there's only so much we can talk about in one swing.
Shit! Actual fucking gameplay.
Battle maps in the bag.
Hold on.
It wasn't strictly two.
Hold on.
True, we do have two
units on a map.
Which are the
guys actual gameplay. Holy shit!
Well, look at that. That's exciting. That's really
exciting.
This map
looks pretty big.
Yeah. So to speak of this a little bit, basically, like. There's going to be a really wide variety of spaces that you can fight in.
Okay.
Right, like you're going to be able to fight.
The maps look a little small, but
sparse ones. This one is like somewhere towards the bottom half of that sort of sparseness, right? Like
this actually looks like a game now.
You've got enough space on one side there.
I'm seeing the vision.
Conflict, right, you can have two.
It's a lot like Warhammer 3, though. A lot like Warhammer 3.
At least between that. Having a big conflict on that side of the map, but you could also have it over here on the left-hand side.
I love the inclement terrain as well. It's not just a big, flat, boring, open field.
But the aim is,
like
again,
Warhammer.
You've got all of these different tactical options, and then sort of strategic.
There's shooting platforms,
one of the
ramps,
really big and exciting things
like choke points.
Destruction now is going to come into play, right? So
it's how the units behave, though.
If you don't like it.
As well,
you don't have to keep it.
If you want to watch the video, go watch the fucking video. What do you mean?
Around it. then you can get rid of that thing, or you can use it to hide in, right? And you classically use it to sneak things around and move around. So however you want to try and develop and use your units for your strategy, the aim here is to sort of really open up that toolkit for you. So you can do all sorts of really cool and interesting stuff. And again, the firepower is off the charts. When we started looking at things like trees, we just went, well, they can't stay there.
Yeah.
You can see the
building can't survive. So some of the caveats I'll give for this as well, because I recorded this with a debug camera, so I doubled up the height.
It's a little small. That's my only feedback.
All the way around the map.
A little small looking.
Elements. I think I recorded this from a build that was 2 months old. In the next clip, you'll see there's a few low res versions of outfield buildings which have already been updated. But otherwise, I think the main thing I'd point out is just it's a debug camera, and I plonked down 20 infantry guard. Just
all the same guy.
Same unit,
it's all the same
20
guy.
of them. Infantry squad, sorry. So just so they can see what that looks like in terms of how big.
Did they say the Imperium are going to be one of the playable factions?
Absolutely honking.
So we do have a lot of maps that we're shipping with.
It's what? Orcs, Eldar,
that they're all
Space Marines, and the Imperium, right?
And also start pause when you're playing different maps. So
yeah,
it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, Space Marines, Guards, Orcs, Orcs, and
I want to see a
Eldar.
ship get blown up, and then we can move.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Is it coming?
But I think another point to make here, and I think I've said this before in different forms, is that you're not always alone, right? Like again, we're fighting on these planets. There is a huge amount of conflict going across.
How many units per
planet as well, right? It's not
squad?
you're not just you there.
How many units per army?
So when you show up in these planets, look at
Are they in the ruins?
That guy. Do you want to point?
Are they on ruins on the left?
Okay,
maybe someone spotted.
Okay, maybe someone spotted him. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. But you're not alone, right?
Yeah.
So
that looks good. Holy shit. That was cool.
It might be, depending on the campaign situation.
They were garrisoning a building. Did you guys see that?
That might be in conflict. That doesn't mean there's loads of stuff going on.
They had guards in the building, like on top of the building.
Happening in the middle of the battlefield before you start. And whether you decide to help or hinder really is
holy shit,
depending on your alignment, I guess, and how much you care about those poor guardsmen and their lives.
Yeah.
But you don't have to care, and that's the wonderful thing.
Exactly. This is the map from the trailer.
Yeah. Upper Hive Plateau.
I was trying to, because I think
map looks a little small, but that's fine.
I was trying to match the lighting from the trailer, but I loaded it like 6 times and I just gave up.
Yeah, I mean we've got about 40 different lighting setups, so you might be a while to try to find the right one.
Variety is
it looks
key.
like good though. It looks fantastic. Real like Hive City shit.
The thing we found really interesting to develop with was this concept of like dealing with these intense spaces, right? Because obviously there is a lot of complexity. Building something that represents,
I think that's the placement border,
right? And
that like white line on the left.
Absolutely stand-up job. I can't swear, can I?
No.
I really shouldn't swear. Wow, that's hard. They did a really brilliant job, like a flipping brilliant job. You know, really, they smashed it out of the park.
Would you guys agree that the maps being too big is better than the maps being too small?
Everything is such an incredible scale, right? Yeah. That even these intense spaces, when you get down into actually looking at them, are absolutely huge, right? There are these massive areas that you can conduct combat within, right? So even when you're dealing with these intense spaces, often actually the spaces you can work through are still pretty sizable, right? Like if there was a moment a little while ago, but
that's hard to say.
Point at one down there, just down below the camera. Turn the camera down. Come on, Josh. You can fit like a sizable army in a lot of these spaces, and then in many of those spaces where things can get tight, there are opportunities to remove buildings and sort of make it a little bit bigger if that's your play style. If you've got an army that really values line of sight.
Yeah.
Then that can really help you there, because
that would be sick.
Get rid of them, and I think that's been the biggest mental shift.
Dude, imagine you're playing fucking Iron Warriors and you just level a city.
These are all obstacles
you just level an entire town and turn it into a battlefield.
I can make this a lower density map if I want to fight on a lower density map, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we also have some amazing effects with bombardments.
We do, yeah. And again, you got these really powerful tools, right, to be able to sort of like blow apart key parts.
Why does it look choppy? It's still in development, so they've probably done little to no optimization.
Kept it to areas where it really works, it makes sense.
Also, I think
like it can really sort of
Josh said that he recorded this on his own home computer, so he probably doesn't have a development PC. So that's probably where the optimization is right now.
A universe is full of
not that good.
Really powerful but flat-firing weapons, right? And so cover becomes incredibly important. So a part of the sort of the tactical.
If you look at the size of the units in that little courtyard on the lower left side, the actual unit size compared to the environment, the map's actually not that small.
It really can, help the survivability of your weaker units. And something that we really wanted to capture here is that, cover really does matter.
Yep.
When you've got fragile units, that fleshy poor humans that can't take a huge amount of punches or particularly get hit by bolt rounds, right? Like they need somewhere that gives them a bit of rest.
Awesome.
It's about, here we go. If they spot him on the left.
Garrisoning.
There he is. He's waving.
Oh yeah,
there's a little guy there. So sometimes people stand on ruins. That's neat. But anyway, let's not worry too much now. But yeah, you can end up in these cover to cover fights, right? And at that point, it's about what tools do I have available to me? What can I unstick this situation with? And of course, you've got so many toys here, right? You've got units that can jump over things with jetpacks and land and get into a melee, because melee is a great way to unstick a cover. But you also have
blow up a building that's next to them and drop it on top.
Drop it on them. Yeah, absolutely. You've got these wild bombardments if you positioned or have your fleet, in orbit nearby you. Part of that whole tactical and strategic space is stitching together the campaign and the battle, so that having that fleet present with the right things on it, with the right bombardments, with the right assortment of armament, can really help your battle.
The map is large with that unit scale. Yeah, but bear in mind, this is 40k, so there's some pretty massive shit in 40k.
Exactly where you don't.
Like, guardsmen are one of the smallest things in 40k.
And cool tools to sort of play with once you start to get into.
If you have some big ass.
It looks pretty, doesn't it?
Things on this map, it'll start to fill up very quickly.
Everybody's just looking at it. They can't even hear a word you're saying.
There was listening.
Just before we move off this one, then I wanted to ask you about deployment zones. So what's different about deployment zones here?
What's different about deployment? Oh yes, what is different? We want to make sure we have, I guess, as many varied ways to play these maps as possible, right? And we have done tricks like this in the past, but we are leaning into it. So with this map, you can fight it north to south, effectively, so like from that direction. You can also fight it east to west. So you can have that deployment.
Ultimately, I don't care about the map size as much as I do about the layout.
Assault battles, right, which have these sort of more entrenched positions that you're fighting against, and at that point, you might be defending sort of halfway out into that map, for example. So as a defender, you might be sort of.
I really hope they push the destructible buildings, dude. That sounds fucking amazing. If you can get to a location like this, deploy, set up in your defensive position, or go out and assault, and be like flanking, rushing inside of buildings, destroying cover, leveling planes, to turn it into a battlefield. The potential is so high. Look at them.
So this isn't an.
This is more of an open map.
Right? This is a map with arid on it.
That's right, yeah.
So you could play this.
So there's still cover. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it could be all ice. Yeah, exactly.
It could be all gunk.
Cool.
So that's how this variety is really getting layered on, right?
Yeah.
You fight on the same map twice, but one time you're fighting on this in an arid in this deployment, and the second time it's the opposite deployments, and you're on ice.
See, this is where orcs want to be. This is where the orcs.
We are definitely too hot to be put on ice. But and again, I think conceptually, I just absolutely love this map. I think it's really cool.
This is cool.
It really reminds me of like the texture paints that you get to sort of stick
little bit open, but with still with terrain, cover, defensive positions.
Sort of stuff, it brings back memories basically. But and again, this would probably speak of like a frontier world, right? So somewhere where like things are much more desolate, where civilization that has been built up is kind of like almost stuck to the vestiges of like crashed vessels and whatever the Imperials slammed down to sort of bunker up around. And you get these really cool and interesting spaces to fight in. And again,
imagine you could dig trenches and stuff.
You can fire down from again with these flat firing.
Like in the battle deployment phase, you can put down like trenches and barricades and like defensive positions.
Being able to build up multiple ranks of
bunkers,
like behind you, in front of you,
bit like that.
You're flanking with your missiles, etc. Like that is all an important.
So like if you get caught out in an open spot, you can put down loads of like defenses.
Is super key.
It doesn't look good.
And doesn't it look lovely? I really like the big crash ship. The big crash ship is a really good part of the map. But we do have, just to labour it, we do have the flat map, right? We have the very sort of like desolate empty ones too.
Okay.
We all love them, and they all fit. And
no, we don't all love them, but I agree that they do need to exist for the occasion, just for variation alone.
This is actually like structurally a classic Total War map type.
Basically,
if you look at, it's a divide into with a few passing
choke points. Yeah, absolutely,
Yep.
Fantastic.
I agree.
Well, I I only have one more question for you, and I think I'm answering it. Because I am going to ask you, when will we hear from you next? But you're very busy making the game, so I think I know the answer to this, which is we have a few.
You think?
I think we've got a few things planned at the moment of when we're going to show more of Total War Warhammer 40,000. We're still working on exactly which is going to come out first. So regardless,
that's a good point actually. Some guy just said
June, you will have heard more about Total.
Some guy said he didn't expect to see line formations in a sci-fi title. I kind of agree.
Can't get you away. All right. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to stick us onto a summary screen, so you are free to sprint out. But thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate your time.
Thanks, everybody.
And, thank you everyone in the chat for saying.
I don't know enough about 40K.
Right. We have one more section, and you're free to skedaddle. We have one more section, and that is our community inbox. So we had a really great
what do you guys think?
reaction to our community.
Lines make sense for guard.
Time. We had it its own separate stream. We found that you guys asked a lot of very specific game questions, and
it makes sense for God or the factions not so much. I don't think, like, obviously if they add in like Tyranids and they have factions, or if we look at the Orcs and the Orcs have factions, formations, sorry. Dude, if Orcs and Tyranids have formations, I'm rioting. That's crazy.
Game stuff, and we put them all to you in a bit of a.
They are the definition of Horde faction.
This format's a bit
like,
nicer.
Especially Tyranids.
The game teams can answer all of the game questions, and to you we can pose more of the kind of franchise level questions. So welcome back.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
2-3 months since you last here. So we've trawled through your inbox again.
This guy looks so American.
There were a lot of emails. There were, when we did the announcement of the stream, then a lot more emails.
Yeah, you guys blew me up. I just kept getting alerts for.
Oh, he is American.
Exactly. So we have
I knew it, dude. You could.
We're gonna ask just a few questions because we're relatively short on time.
No way.
There were some.
I called that.
Your trends on. So for those who don't know you, because I don't have a name tag for you, who are you?
I'm Roger. I am the vice president for Total War.
I gotta say that's actually a pretty British piece of facial hair, though.
The real hard workers. They're the ones that make things go.
So we're going to put the harder questions to you then.
That's fine.
I can't believe he turned out to be American. That's crazy.
So we've got, I think, 6 questions to run through, and the first of those
bloody crazy.
I saw in the emails you get a lot of suggestions.
Krieg will probably have something like his Live by Our Blood ability.
Just do this,
dude.
Or,
Death Corps of Krieg are going to be amazing.
So what is the biggest challenge?
Ogryn too.
Yeah.
Ogryn.
So I have.
Obviously, I'm going to make 19 Ogryn
for this, but I know that as soon as I leave here, all the AI programmers and designers will find me and potentially punch me. AI is lots of various challenges. For one, our game is heavily based in simulation, and so the AI has to do stuff that the players could also do, and therefore our AI has to be really dynamic, and we have, like PhD level people who are doing the architecture of our AI in order to make it smart. But the other aspect of AI is that an all-knowing,
all-seeing, are you British, Okoii? Yes.
Doing AI,
I'm from the north.
Not actually fun. In order for the game to be fun, it needs to be both challenging and winnable. Like there has to be the hope of doing it. And in an AI,
give us rattling snipers.
You can see everything.
Oh, that would be. Dude, so, put rattlings in fucking Darktide, by the way.
Two things is very, very tough. I'd say that.
What an easy W for them.
And the designing of the behaviors and those things are probably the most challenging bit, but then there comes the design part, which is how do you make the
people are making fun of his beard. It's very mean.
Make it feel good for as many people as possible. I think you know, it'll be nice, hopefully in the future, that we have various settings in the game that allow players to take more control over the behavior.
Rattlings will never be in Darktide. I know, because it requires actual effort and making them smaller and stuff.
Send me questions about AI. It's not hard enough.
And also, you'd have to get Games Workshop to actually give them the go-ahead to put them in, and they'll never do that.
And
they're just as likely to add fucking cat boys.
Hopefully in the future we'll be able to implement more clever things like that.
Yeah, we did speak
about
Okoii,
20 Commissar Doom stack when?
An update that will be coming in.
Will it be that meme with the Spider-Mans pointing at each other? I'll see. Obviously, I'm going to get advanced access if everything goes to plan. I'm very interested in 40K and 40K Total War.
Which is, does working on multiple projects reduce focus? Why don't we just have everyone in the building working on the same thing?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, I'll be doing anything that I think is going to be fun, dude.
That's a nuanced question.
Yeah.
So it reduces focus for me because I have to be everywhere at once. We do have people who are dedicated to various projects. The way the games are made is that games are in various levels of production, and so you don't necessarily need the same people at the beginning as you do in the middle of production or near the end. And
this guy has the facial hair that I want Boris Toddbringer to have.
So
Boris Toddbringer had, they gave him a big ginger beard for some reason.
Efficient. Also, if we were just a 100%,
maybe that's what he has, but I don't know,
complete team who could build a thing end to end, what you would have is that you may have places for no one nowhere to go. They're just sitting there not being able to do work. So we have to find that balance between making sure we have the right number of employees in the building who can always be working and be productive and also not be wasteful, and also have enough projects going at once that we can kind of, release game over game over game. It's the intent that we're trying to release a game, every several years. That's the desire for the business. Of course, it has to be good first. So the bottom line is it's not a loss of focus.
Ezrak One Eye's on the prowl again. Ezrak One Eye
to manager.
That's sick though. We're gonna see Boris in his glory.
I can see people as well. They are understand that I've maybe just given all of the hardball questions to you, and everyone else got, how are you doing? And you're getting, why are you putting people on different projects? So the next question is something that actually I think a lot of our player base will relate to because they themselves have had to go through it. What's the biggest hurdle in getting a new player into Total War?
Accessibility.
So our game is really hard. The strategy games in general, but our game is really hard to talk about. It's not. It's if you play a shooter like Call of Duty or something, it's like, well, it's conceptually for people it's easy. You just pick up a gun, you point it, and you fire. Our game has depth and complexity and nuance, and a lot of the joy that you get from playing a strategy game, particularly Total War, is sort of the many hours you play, spend time like manipulating your game in order to appeal to the things that you're interested in.
I think a lot of us have been playing Total War for like 20 plus years, 10 plus years at least.
So, I mean, to be fair, I think we've not done a very good job with our
I've been playing since I was a little kid.
I think the prologue.
So like the controls and the mechanics are kind of baked into us, right? New people, it's really hard to get into Total War.
The secret, the sort of in the industry,
especially if you haven't played strategy
games. For games, is easy to play, hard to master, and we just don't have the easy to play part quite right. So we need to get that part better, and then I think I do think there are many people who would love strategy games if we just gave it to them in a way that they could more easily absorb it.
What was your guys' first Total War game?
How to make the slope easier without making.
Mine was Shogun 1, which I think was I think Medieval 1 was the original. I played Shogun 1. I thought Shogun 1 was the original.
Yeah, I love that question.
And I was so bad at Shogun 1, I couldn't even see what the fuck was happening. Rome 1 was my first true Total War game, though, where I like got into it, I played thousands of hours on Rome 1.
Clear-cut way. I'll give a few examples, but I'd say probably
Rome 1, Shogun 2. Shogun 2, what an entry point. Oh my god.
If you really want to be in the industry, must be
Warhammer 1, yeah.
Because almost
dude,
certainly
people say Warhammer 1, I'm like, so you're a new fan. It's like, nope, I joined 10 fucking years ago, pretty much.
Brand new to the industry, like, and you've never done anything that's relevant.
When did Warhammer 1 release?
You're probably not going to get a job that's remote.
Yeah.
Because
Total War, Warhammer 1
release date that needs to be offered to a company to incur the
2016. It was 10 years ago.
For people is QA. QA is always a really great
my god
point to get in. I know lots of people who've gotten into QA who've had like master's degrees in psychology or mathematics or anything else.
Oh my god.
Obviously,
we're so old.
If you can go, get training to do character art, programming or any of those things. Those are
and then Attila was released before that.
Into it
significantly before that. It's been like 15 years since we've had a true historical title.
Or those sorts of
Isn't that crazy?
QA really is the secret, and just getting QA job anywhere is better than nowhere. So like even if you're targeting like a really huge studio in order to get a job in your favorite game, just find someone that will give you
Attila Total War
and then the last
release
piece of advice, particularly for those that want to do
2015.
Game design.
So it was a year before Attila came out, a year before Warhammer 1.
Totally. My whole career. I mean, I've been in the business now for for 20 years.
The timeline is
the
so
vast
fucked in my head.
Majority of my designer colleagues.
Why does Warhammer 1 feel like it released 5 years ago?
Flavor.
And why does Attila feel like it released
and
50
when you
years
mod,
ago?
You get to learn how games are made. You get to then
Why?
experiment
That's
and
so
share it with
weird.
people
Is that
and
just
see how
me?
people react. Because so much of game design is really trying to understand human behavior and understand what
Time
is
flies when you're
fun to
making
you.
content on stuff, I guess.
And if you can spend time in your own free time learning that, when you do finally get a job and you get people
Because
who
Warhammer
want
2
to
ran for
a
so
lot of the
fucking
language
long.
of
True.
understanding game
Did you play more
development,
Warhammer 1 than Attila?
Um,
I don't think
but otherwise,
so.
QA, number 1.
Fantastic, thank you. I have 2 more questions for you then, and they're pretty stonky. We see discussion a lot in the emails about where the game's moving, if we should be moving more towards a slower 4X game or a faster arcade game. Is there a franchise level view from you as to what our game's pacing is?
Yeah, so internally there's lots of internal debate about the franchise.
I feel like Total War is unique with pacing, right? I think
to define exactly
Total War's
what Total
pacing
War
is one of the things that I like most about it.
That's
You
not
get
something
both of
I'm
it. You
interested
get
in doing
slow,
because I want Total
methodical,
War to
progressive
be
campaign style
what it
gameplay where
needs
you're
to be,
dominating
the
and
thing that we're
tactically doing shit on
building.
a campaign map.
So
And then you
I
have
wanna make sure that
punchy,
when we
exciting,
start a project
fun
like
tactical
Game 3,
battles
start a project
that are
40,000,
forcing you to
when we
think
go
on the
into
fly,
it,
right?
We're thinking about the
You get the
basic
best of
structure and
both.
the way that Total War games are made, but I want the game to find itself.
Yeah.
That's why,
So,
I have no interest in
if the game is better to be more
Hearts of
arcadey,
Iron
punchy and fast
or
and
you
zingy,
know
then great.
a
Or
lot
if
of
the
these other
game is
titles
better
because they're
to be
so slow and I'm just too
methodical
stupid and
thoughtful
ADD brained to
crunchy,
really
then
get
that's okay too.
like a lot of enjoyment out of
I
that.
don't want to define.
I need the battles to be
define
the payoff for the
franchise
campaign side of
direction.
it. You know what I mean?
That
For me
being said,
personally,
I do
that's why I
think
love
that
Total War
franchise
so much.
structure
I feel like that's like common sense though, right? Like
uniqueness,
it's Total War.
and
It's not
innovation
Total
and
Campaign
exploring other
Simulator.
spaces. So I do think that 40,000 is
You can
very
technically
different
never play a single battle and
from
have thousands of hours in the
Game
game and
3.
still complete
They're gonna
campaigns.
feel
True, if
very
you just
different,
you could auto resolve
despite
your
the
way
fact
through
that
the whole
most
shit and
Total War
treat it
games,
like
I
a
think-
campaign
I think
sim.
that's a good
True.
point.
Then
I think most people play for the battles, you know? The combination of the battles and campaign. That's why like 99% of people play campaign and no multiplayer.
What are the plans to tackle?
Total spreadsheet gaming.
This comes back to the sort of the question about new players in a lot of ways and getting them into the game. I think we have a lot of
Somebody
work
was
to
saying that
do
the
and
price point
think
is
about,
also an accessibility issue, which I
player
agree.
interactions
There's
and
so much
designing
fucking
things
DLC in this
and
game, but at the end of the
how
day, you
we
don't have
create
to buy
fun
any of it.
experiences in
You know,
all
you could
phases of the
maybe
game.
pick up a DLC
various
for a
sort of
faction you
game
like,
designers.
ideally on a massive sale.
But I think
You know?
it's, Total War as a franchise is something that has just been built on over and over and over again. Things just keep getting added on and on and on. And I think at some point we do, and I think right now with Total War Next, we are kind of coming
Innovating.
back in some ways.
They
to
need to
the
innovate,
principles
man.
aspect
Like
of
Total War games have been the
important
same for
questions
like
of why we
20
do
years,
this.
and we're still suffering the
very
effects
silly
of
question
bugs
is, like, why do you have
that
unit
have been
cards
prevalent in the
in
series for like
somebody came up with that
legitimately like
decision
20
ages
years.
ago. Do we
There's
know
bugs
now
in
why
Medieval
we do
2 that are in
Is it important
Warhammer.
that we do that? Well,
Like,
probably it is important
it's
to do that.
insane.
But we should be
Like,
asking
how did
more
the
of those
gate bugs
questions
survive
we
so
can
long?
eventually
You know, there's so
answer
many
this
like
one.
little things that have just
One other thing, though, that's completely
like in
unrelated
10
is
years they've
about
still
the
not
getting
managed to
into the games
fix a lot of
industry. If
the
you are an
gripes that I've
experienced
had
game dev,
about Warhammer
we do
1 and
have
Warhammer
jobs you're
3.
hiring.
I want to see more innovation, man.
Yeah, please,
Like,
please
fix
apply.
things.
Yeah, lots of cool jobs.
Fantastic. Well,
Okay,
that's
favorite
all of the
hated
questions
factions
I
for
had from
40k.
emails.
I don't like the
What I will
Druki,
do
the
is
Drukari.
I will put
Dark
back
Elves are
the,
cringe.
I'll have to use the
Because they're just
summary up.
they're school
I hope
shooters.
you were able to watch some of it.
I don't like.
I don't know. You probably busy.
Don't
doing your job.
like
I watched
the Night Lords for the Chaos
Fantastic about the stuff
Space
that we
Marines.
were able to show.
I think they're
I hope
turbo
the-
edgy.
hope
The
the
Raven
community
Guard are
can
also kind of
enjoy
cringe,
it.
but
It's,
they're okay. I
It's
like
a very
White
different vibe
Scars
we've gone for here. It's show and tell.
and the Orcs.
Let
Those
us
are my
know
like
your thoughts.
favorites. White
I've seen
Scars
a lot
and
of
then
stuff
Orcs.
in the chat as we were going.
Oh,
up.
and Iron
Whether
Warriors
you-
for the
if you
Chaos
wanna know one
for
of
Chaos.
these,
I
if
love
you're
Iron
interested
Warriors
in
too.
learning
They're
more about
awesome.
these, we've tried to be a bit more prescriptive in the dates and times that we've given.
The Imperial Guard. I love the Imperial Guard too.
Out as a little bit of coming soon. Or
Basilisk
so
tanks.
We try to be very deliberate
like Guard, Death Corps of Krieg, Ogrin. Love all of that.
Otherwise,
Salamanders are fucking IG. Yeah, Salamanders are also. I like Salamanders. I wouldn't put them up there in my like favorites though.
Thank you so much for coming on and letting me ask you the hardest questions I could find in the emails that were sent to you.
Send harder ones next time. It's okay.
We'll have a recap blog with a lot of this information perhaps next week. But otherwise, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you at the next one. I am not going to immediately end the stream like I usually do because I've managed to wangle getting the end times audio at full volume as our stream end music. So I'm going to let that play because it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to all my guests.
End times music.
See you next time.
What'd you guys think? Pretty good. Generally a little dry, but generally good. I like the format still. Ultramarines. How do you guys feel about? Oh, I hate the Ultramarines. I've never been more bored of Ultramarines. For me, are like it's like white bread. You know, if there was nothing else to eat, like every time, like fucking Games Workshop have so much cool shit in the Warhammer canon. And they're just like, Ultramarines again? Yeah, fuck yeah, more Ultramarines? I am so bored of Ultramarines, dude. I'm so bored of it. Like, can we just retire the Ultramarines? I'm sick of them. What a brave take. I mean, this is common sense, right? I like Ultramarines. Fuck you! Fuck you and your opinion. How dare you? How dare you have a different opinion to me? Ultramarines used to be cool, but are so brain dead now. I disagree, man. Even as a kid, I was not drawn to them. Dudes they look like Buzz Lightyear motherfuckers in big blue suits. I'm good. I didn't even realize how cool Space Marines were until I started playing Total War Space Marine. Until I started playing Space Marine 2. Like, and I started seeing all the different chapters and all, like learning more about the Space Marines. And then I realized, like, I was reminded how fucking I was exposed to the fucking White Scars, and the White Scars have now become like one of my favorite things, if not my favorite thing about Warhammer Fantasy. And you just Warhammer 40k, but you never see them in anything. You never see the Salamanders. You never see, like, I don't know, just such a waste of the medium, in my opinion. You know. Anyway, Space Marines suck. I disagree. I used to agree with that. I disagree. I want to look at that. It was Bashiva, Choosers Guards. Dude, everyone was shitting so hard on this. I can't believe how bad everyone was shitting on the Knights Panther. This looks a little bad. It looks like an American football thing, you know? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me look something up. Let me look something up here. I mean, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? This, it's got, you know what I mean? The blue, and then they replaced it with the blue, and the blue looked even more like this. Like, you know what I mean? It has that same vibe, like this, right? And the Panther logos and shit. It just, I don't know. It looks patriotic in kind of a, you know what I mean? Not cool. They were kind of lame. I'm not a big cav guy though. I'm a certified cavalry hater. I like monstrous cavalry. I'm a certified cavalry hater though. And then we had, oh dude, this is such a good reveal.
Beautiful. Boris Toddbringer at pace. None shall live.
Can't believe they got him. That's crazy. And then we saw 40k planets, some of the unit stuff, and then the maps, man. The maps look interesting. I'm so torn, dude, in so many ways. It's so early, right? It's so early. Like I just want to reserve my opinions until I get my hands on it and we see legitimate footage. Like, this is good early, early stuff, whatever. I don't know. There's a lot, dude. There's a lot to look at. God, this looks so much like regular fantasy with the unit size. Like, it's so weird how instantly recognizable Total War is, just at a glance. Okay, look at the mascot for the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers mascot. Dude. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Wait a minute. That's kind of close. That's a little bit close. I gotta say. That's pretty close. Somebody could edit this together. That's pretty close. It's just, I don't know, man. They look cute. They look too cute. They got like the little cute panther head on here. And like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I will say the Tutagen Guard look amazing. This does look good though. God, I hope this is, you know how they're kind of just standing around? I hope that they buff out the AI when they're coding and their animations. Because imagine, like, you have these guys wandering around, sitting, taking cover, like, standing behind things, and, like, projectiles being blocked when hitting them. Like, think about, like, the depth that you could have. Like, I think, I don't know if they're still using the Slytherin engine, whatever the fuck it's called. Imagine the depth you could have with this, though. People garrisoning inside of buildings, shooting out of windows, and then the building gets destroyed and it like kills a bunch of the people inside of it and stuff, like if it gets leveled. Like, there's so much potential for stuff. I hope that they really tread deep into the water of the potential depth of combat here, you know? Because if it's just, if this turns into just a bunch of Imperial Guardsmen standing there, holding a gun up and just shooting things in unison, like a ranged unit in a normal Total War game, then I feel like that's just kind of extremely lame and thin. You know what I mean? They're moving towards Total War being company of heroes on a larger scale. Yeah, that's kind of more what I want to see. Units acting with their own individual independent UI. Depth, it's on fucking console. Yeah, I know. But, oh, man... that doesn't mean that there's going to be automatically a shit ton of constraints, you know? Especially, also, it might be there are constraints to then fit it on console, but you have the option of increasing those constraints for PC, like unit sizes, for example, you know? Shit like that. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'd be willing. I'm down to see this format again. You know, we got a little taste of stuff, but I think you guys would agree that content and stuff coming from Total War recently has been extremely thin, you know? I don't quite careful. Copium is one hell of a drug. Okay, there's a difference between copium and then hopium, right? I am on a lot of hopium, you know? I'm hoping things are going to be good, but I am very realistic about this, about like everything. I never ever get my hopes up for anything. I always have a realistic low expectation, and then if your expectations are shattered, you're even happier, right? So that's where I'm at with this. I'm huffing hopium out the ass. I'm double tanked up on hopium right now. Hopefully it's good. But you know, we've been burned before, right? I have faith, man. It's my favorite goddamn strategy series. I want to see this shit succeed, and I like these maps. At the very least, I don't know about the units stuff. It's still a little early and vague, but yeah. Hopium and Jars, we're so back. Let's be a good, positive source of shit, right? Like, we don't want to be doomers all the fucking time, you know? Even if we are being realistic. But yeah, all right, that was the stream, guys. I'll fucking end it here instead of waffling on about the same shit, I think. But yeah, I had fun. I'm gonna try to get back to streaming a little bit more. I'm thinking I have some stuff down. I think the Bannerlord stream will probably be next, playing Old Realms. I've been deliberately not playing the Old Realms in order to wait for...
All hopped up on Hopium Dew.
Exactly. Hopium Code Red. But yeah, so next stream will probably be Bannerlord. I'll be playing the Old Realms mod, and we'll try to delve into the depths of goblinism. and see if we can make that work. If not, I guess I could just go like orc, and we'll just be an orc at the head of an enormous goblin army, and we'll just see if we can make it work, right? But yeah, and also I'm fucking cracking down on footage just to give you guys, and I don't know if any of you edit or do anything. I am editing currently through about 36 hours of footage for Barbarian Halflings. So, God, it's gonna take me a hot minute. So we should expect that Bannerlord stream in 5 months. Don't correctly call me out on my bullshit. All right. Good to see you streaming again, Okoii. Looking forward to the next one. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys soon. I promise. I don't promise often. I promise I'll do that Bannerlord stream soon though, and try to get back into it. All right. See you guys on the next one.